Stream is up.
Because I really thought I was, on Baku or
This is much?
what's Star Wars? There's a planet in Star Wars. It's Baku.
Baku.
Then what's the race that's in
Baku?
It's Baku. So there's Baku in Star Wars land and Baku in
Star Wars Tatooine, Andor.
And there's a Baku.
Is there Baku?
I think.
I
think I've done some missions on my game.
There's the fish planet. I believe that one's called.
Hold on.
Oh, you got me now.
I'm typing this out. The fish planet is Mon Calamari, or where they're from.
Mon Calamari, named after calamari.
Hang on, let me look at my game and I'll tell you all the planets.
They are. They're from the oceans of Mon Cala, a planet.
I feel like I'm lacking on my nerdism right now. I'm forgetting
Star Wars stuff.
my lore.
During the show, you're gonna have to get up into that mic, so we can all.
Yeah.
But you can pull it towards you too.
Okay. Oh, cool.
That arm will come way out.
down.
So you can pull it way out.
Oh, had my Star Wars stories all
You
loud.
don't want to be playing your Star Wars stories during this.
You don't play Star
let's
Wars
see.
stories during a podcast. Do
Isn't-
your stubs?
Isn't there a?
Yes, sir, I do.
Isn't there real quick before we start the show? I know we're fixing to hit it. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Croissant, Naboo, Hoth, Alderaan.
Naboo. Maybe that's what I'm
Naboo,
thinking
yeah,
of.
Naboo.
Naboo.
That's where
Baku.
Anakin learned how to fly. It's Naboo, right?
Yeah, I bet that's it. I bet it's Naboo.
There's Jakku.
Jakku. That's
Jakku.
it. That's the one
Jakku.
I'm thinking of. Is Jakku. Jakku. And what's the place? I know. Isn't that awesome?
Because it's tonight. Tonight is the full worm moon.
That's right. The worm moon. Yeah.
It's called the
As the worm turns.
Yeah. It's a worm moon, though,
Okay.
is what it
It's a
was
worm
called,
moon.
too. Yeah.
Tonight is the full worm moon.
That's cool,
The
man.
giant sandworm moon.
Man, you can nerd out on space forever.
I don't know. Space
is
is.
super gay. I don't know, man.
Have you reached out to him lately?
No.
Let's see what he does
Last time I did, he had just had the baby and
He's
stuff
on
and got
those-
that promotion.
He's on the show too much. He won't come over here and hang out with us.
You think? I think he will. If
He
she
works
can get
over
him to answer anything.
Oh,
I think he's...
Remind me after the show to tell you what I
well,
found
you
out
didn't
today.
you didn't tell me why I needed to start working my gram more.
I'll tell you about that afterwards too. I thought I did. Me and Dave
No,
talked
I think
about
I
it.
interrupted you and fucking
Okay.
did my dumb
We'll
shit.
do that.
Like, you know how my
Hello,
ADD
Doug.
does.
We're going to start the show now. You ready? Are you ready over there?
Ready.
Are we all ready? We strapped in and loaded?
Hang on. How's the lighting?
Looks fantastic. Look up there. There you go.
All right,
Yeah.
let me put Star Wars stories up. Okay, no, I guess we're not.
That sound is insane. Is Thomas in here?
I don't know.
Hello, Thomas. This one's for you.
Ready are you? What know you of ready? For 800 years have I trained Jedi. My own counsel will I keep on who is to be trained. A Jedi must have the deepest commitment, the most serious mind. This one a long
We have
time
fake
have
red
I
bands
watched. All his life as he looked away. To the future.
We nailed
To
it.
the horizon. Never his mind on where he was.
I'm thinking about it, Doug.
What he was
Thinking
doing? Adventure. Excitement. A Jedi craves not these things.
This week's episode of the Jerry Jonestown
love that our
Massacre
entire
is
intro
brought
is
to you
AI.
by Geist Note, Victor Wrench,
Will we ever do a
Plastic
real
Object
one?
Photography,
Never.
The Audio Head, and The Cicada, Fort Worth's newest bar and live music venue.
The Jerry Jonestown Massacre contains graphic material including offensive language, partial
I wonder if we
nudity,
could
and
do a whole
completely
podcast of
ridiculous
people,
thoughts and
like
opinions that
AI,
shouldn't
and
be
if
expressed
people
or
would
shared
notice
by
or not.
anyone.
And how big
Listener
would that be?
discretion is
We
advised.
should be the first
And may
podcast
God
to do
have
it.
mercy on your soul. Now everyone relax your anus, because coming at you from the Temple of I, it's the Jerry Jonestown Massacre.
Damn, man.
It is show 515 for Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. And it is a full worm moon night. Happy Tuesday, Matt.
Happy Tuesday, AI Dustin or real Dustin?
Is it?
That's why
It's
it's
for you to
important
figure
that
it
you
out.
watch the show on YouTube. You know why?
So you can find out.
You can find out if it's AI us or if it is
Or
the
real
real
us.
us. But happy
Which one
Tuesday,
is it?
Dustin.
Happy Tuesday. And happy Tuesday, Joe.
Happy Tuesday, Transformers
Joe.
Tuesday.
You're
Happy
back in the
Tuesday.
studio. You're back. You're
I'm
here.
back. It's good to be here.
Smoking a
Just
nice cigar.
Come straight
Just
in,
chilling.
open the door, and
Like
bust
you,
up into a cigar, huh?
Yeah. Like you're just, you know,
It's your house now.
you're running some business out of here.
I guess
Just like that,
he
yeah.
he made our cigar policy, I guess.
Yeah. Well, cigar policy is pretty loose. It's cigarettes. I mean,
That's happened one show. Wait, didn't Seth or me do it drunk once too? I think.
someone tried to light up in here and you jumped their ass.
Well, that was because it was the dude that was in True Widow. Remember? And he was lit.
My name is Tyrone. Fuck that cancer shit.
Remember that? Wasn't it him?
Was it him?
I don't know. Some
No,
dude,
I thought
some
it was the
was
dude from
lit.
Denton that you got into an argument with and everything, and I thought you were about to go to blows because he was smashed out of his mind, and he
I don't-
started saying that what you're saying is not true.
No, did he try
blah,
to smoke
blah,
a
blah.
cigarette too?
I think he tried to light up too after y'all got into the argument because
he
he's
needed
like,
to smoke.
I
Huh?
need a cigarette, and you were like, fuck you.
Get on your knees.
You knocked it out of his
I did a Phil.
hand, and then you said, get out of my house.
I didn't pull a Phil. It was
No.
like, come here,
That's weird.
get her.
No.
Do you
It is
guys-
very.
Do you guys follow Tyrone, the guy that smacks cigarettes out of people's hands? You
Yeah,
guys-
I've seen him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
No, because I've seen his videos pop up here and there, and they're
Nice.
funny.
Okay.
You know, I've only had
just walks
I've
by and
only
went,
had someone
"Bam!"
say something to me about smoking cigarettes once, and it was in Bishop Arts. I was down there for that beer fest, and this punk ass came like this. It looked like a college frat, like a frat guy. Like, honestly, I hate to be stereotyping people and stuff, but he looked like someone that probably went to SMU.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and he
those
goes,
SMUers,
yeah, he goes,
those Mustangs.
no smoking, bro, or did some shit like that, and I was like, I'm a grown ass man, homie. And then he started doing his, we're gonna fight, and then I was like, we had Michaela with us in a stroller, and I was just like, I got a stroller, man. I mean,
You had a stroller
yeah,
down there?
Mm.
I don't remember that.
and I was blowing cigarette smoke in my baby's face.
He was just like,
Learn
Get used
young,
to
learn
this.
Do you
young.
not remember that?
no. And then we had the whole talk this week on our little
You don't
chat.
remember that event, do you?
Yeah, we had a lot of beer that day. A lot of crazy beer.
Yeah, that's
And
when
people
our
were just
friend
like-
did the smoked jalapeno or the smoked chili.
With Uppercut Brewing.
Yeah,
And we had a lot of beers handed to us that day.
that was a
very wild.
fun little time.
And then our
Except
show
for that
down
guy
there was
that-
weird.
Acted like an asshole.
We set up a show and we were doing a show and that was strange.
Did we?
Yeah, we recorded down there for a little bit,
That's why they
for like
were-
an hour.
Oh.
And all these beers just kept coming to us. We're like, "Hey."
That's what I said to him
I
too.
can't
I was
drink
like, bro, I'm
anymore."
here doing a podcast, man.
I
was like, you might be.
was full of
Do you
carbon.
know who
in it.
I am, man? You know who the fuck I am? I'm on a podcast show. I'm about to go do it right over there with that dude over there.
You know what you should have done? You should have stuck your cigarette in his mouth and then slapped it out of his mouth.
Yeah, man.
Hey, buddy, hold this for a second.
that was
Bam!
real young at podcasting.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
that was early.
I wonder if they
Early
still
years.
do that brew fest or if it got killed by the COVIDs.
It was
That was a cool little it was a
DFW
craft.
homebrew,
yeah,
craft
homebrew
festival,
fest.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was for people just
I hope they still
having their
do
shit
it
out there, and you could buy some of the stuff, whatever they had on property,
Yeah.
and it was to help them raise money to finally turn into something.
yeah, maybe.
But
Turn
I
into a
think
little craft brewery, microbrewery or something.
I think that's how, like, a couple of the breweries around here got started, like Fall Sidle and
Yeah.
what's their name down the road?
I don't think people in Fort Worth
They were
really
doing those fests.
I don't think people in Tarrant County really grasp how many badass little breweries we have in this area and how I would say the only other place that's any better than here is probably Colorado, right? Colorado and Texas.
yeah,
we
Colorado's
dominate.
ridiculous.
Well,
Yeah.
Texas and Colorado dominates craft beer, right?
Well, you have the what is it, BAMF up there.
Beginning of meth. Well, that's,
Wait,
I mean,
Big American.
I've heard of gateway drugs and
BABF,
stuff.
Big American Beer
It's
Festival.
more like Arlington, beginning of meth.
Yeah, that's
the,
where I live, man.
the biggest beer festival in the country is in Denver.
Yeah.
So you have
Oh,
that
the
one up
cup,
there.
like the big one.
Yeah, the
that-
big
yeah,
where
yeah.
everybody goes to compete for the cup. But
Yeah,
you
world.
can-
It's like a world thing, international thing.
yeah, and you can walk through the convention center just.
We should go to
getting
that, dude.
smashed.
Why have we not done that? I know
Never
people
thought
have
about
asked
it. I always
about
forget about the dates and stuff, but yeah, I'd go up
I
there.
know people have asked us to do it. We're just like, yeah, one of these days, man. Anyway,
someone in there
That's
in
a-
the house used to work it all the time and stuff.
oh yeah,
You working?
like that kind of work.
No. Great American Beer Festival is September 21st to the 23rd of this year.
And that's the one.
Tickets. We don't need tickets. We'll just tell them it's $95. You got to have your pretzel necklace.
Heck yeah, that's what they do at the Texas one too.
Yep.
You get that pretzel necklace. You
And
been
then
to that one?
If you
Joe?
want,
Pretzel necklace. Is that a necklace made of pretzels?
No, when
Yeah.
they do the
You
beer
wear-
festival, the Texas beer festival, they give you a necklace for pretzel so you can wash the beer
Ooh,
down.
that's
yeah,
tasty.
change your taste.
Yeah.
that's
Change it.
tasty.
Yeah,
Help you out.
cleanse the palate, right?
Cleanse the palate.
Yeah.
Yes. So
ever done that, man?
I have not done a festival. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll get a chance, man. I am 8 months sober right now. So
Good job, man.
Well,
Good
way
job.
to bring that up.
Yeah.
Step in that bear trap,
All
man.
right, I
It's all
guess
good,
we'll
all
talk
good.
about something else now at this point.
It's funny we keep talking about doing that, and then we don't.
We do it a few days, and then we're like, oh yeah, I decided to wait till next month.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to get this out of the way.
Uh-oh.
If you're
Uh-oh,
here
this sounds
to,
like an apology.
it's funny you say that because
We've
the
been
apology
flagged.
count on the show so far this tonight will probably be 3. I
This
know
is number one.
I like no. Oh yeah, we'll get into that as we get into shooting the shit, shooting the garbage. But yeah, the I've got a couple of apologies I need to place
no.
out tonight. So get your drinks ready. And every
Gee.
time I apologize, you just throw
Slam
a shot
one?
back, slam one back
I'm not doing a shot per apology.
for the listeners out there. And then of course there's the cowboy count. But Friday, let's shoot the garbage. Let's shoot the shit.
Shoot
I
the
thought there was
garbage.
going to be an
Shoot the shit.
apology before the shoot the shit.
We're going. No,
Now I'm
they're
confused.
coming up. They're coming up.
You
They're
just
gonna be-
packaged 3 apologies?
They're gonna be in the shoot the shit. There are 3 as we go through here.
Wow. That is podcast
Would you like for me to
geniusness.
do number 1 right now?
I thought you were about to do number 1.
All right, number
now.
1 right now.
Yeah, let's do it. Number 1 right off the bat.
Here
If
we
you
go.
got 3,
Shooting
let's
that
do
shit.
it now.
Number 1 right now. Friday night. I want to say I'm deeply sorry to Andrew for the show we did at his studio on Friday that was out of control.
It wasn't really out of
Well,
control, though.
One of us
Oh, we
was a
had
little
fun.
crazy.
I thought we had fun.
No, it was a lot of fun. We had a ton of fun. We went over
Yeah.
to Andrew, our buddy Andrew's studio.
We're worried
Who
about
does?
his listeners, not ours.
Fort Worth
Like
Roots.
ours was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
y'all, you guys were tame.
We explained it midway through the show.
Y'all were all right. I thought y'all could have cussed a little more. That's
Now,
what our people say.
that was our first cruising into his studio because he's been keeping it secret from us for a while. I think he's scared that.
We're gonna take it over.
No, I think he was scared to
gonna
let
go
us
at it
know
like Cop
exactly
City?
where he does stuff, and was like, he had to
We're-
put the feelers out and be like, okay, I can trust these guys a little more. They can come back. But
We're-
his building's rad.
Yeah.
I'm envious.
No, we're taking
I
it
want
over.
that.
We're gonna come in like Antifa did at that Cop City, Atlanta.
Just roll in?
Yeah, we're
Fort
coming in with
Worth,
fireworks,
we'll have
dude.
The,
like,
we'll have the infrared
busting
cameras
in.
and see us walking
Yeah.
up. I'll be like, we're taking over this place.
and Andrew will be like, Stubbs, I know it's you. It's not.
Oh,
It's not Stubbs. Are you barbecuing though? It's not. Is that? It smells like you're barbecuing.
I want some barbecue.
Maybe I'll just take my mask
And,
off
and
for a
you
minute.
going, I can't see a damn thing.
Now, see, he could build an entire just podcast temple over there where all
Yeah.
of us just show up and bring all the gear in there, and we're all just there.
I like the
And we
idea
all
of
sit
us
down and
sieging it, and you getting pissed because Susie worked all night on the fucking these hoods with cut out. Susie's worked on these all damn night. I can't see it. I can't see a damn
see
thing,
a
Dustin.
goddamn thing through this thing.
I can't see anything either, man.
You guys aren't
Susie's worked
appreciative
all
of anything.
night.
What was-
She worked all damn night. He's out. Remember, he bounces on that on Django.
Yeah, he does.
Fucking
leave.
bounces.
He just takes
He's like,
off.
"Well, I'm done,
No,
guys.
I'm done
Fuck
with you
y'all."
guys. Fuck y'all.
That's
seems
their
hilarious.
softball league. Their
So the-
bowling league.
So the first apology is to Andrew.
Wait, time out. I'm on to something. Our country, back in the day, this is going to be controversial too. But our country, if you think about how fucked up our country is, there was a time where I'm going to say this. Our bowling league for men, like our softball night, was a good old meeting with the Klan. And they go terrorize people
And
and stuff,
some parts-
dude. And like
or
start
they just-
burning crosses and shit.
yeah, they just got together in a field and drank and
Yeah.
yelled racist stuff at a
Yeah.
bonfire.
Yeah, that's their bowling night. Their
Yeah.
That's their going to the methinks and jamming night.
Well, that was before bowling was around. Now,
yeah, true.
a lot of them got into bowling league, and
Right,
they just
yeah.
go to the bowling alley and yell racist things at the ball when it doesn't do what it's supposed to.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So they turned into old geezers yelling at
You-
bowling balls.
yeah. They're
Yeah,
old
there you go. I
geezers
got a
yelling at
show
bowling
idea.
balls.
You dress up in blackface.
Jeez.
I dress up.
This
in
is what
my
happened
normal,
on Friday.
our
This is
normal
what I'm
attire,
trying to
our normal
apologize
attire.
for. I'm trying to apologize for shit like this.
This is
right
what
here.
I go in my regular attire to bowl, and we go to these small town bowling alleys, like these badass bowling alleys, like Cowtown. You know,
But the
get like old school badass bowling alleys all over Texas.
what's the town
And we
with the
see
coffee cup cafe?
if we
go
pay
there?
the same amount. You in blackface because you're racist, and me, in just regular face, non blackface.
But then they'll look at my arms and go, "Well,
He's white, man.
we're really gonna make you pay more because this just isn't right."
Oh, you're gonna get fucked on both ends.
Yeah, yeah, just totally because this ain't right. Yeah.
Man, that's insane, dude.
Anyway,
I
so
think it's a good show idea, though.
everything that just happened is pretty much what I'm apologizing for that happened on Andrew's show. It was crazy stuff like that.
How about we just
Oh.
all get together and attack the IRS instead?
Yes,
Good.
Yeah,
yes,
We
and
could,
the
we could.
and the bank buildings like in Fight Club.
yeah. All,
Let's go go take down all the financial institutions of the
Yes.
world.
people of the world, all races,
Yes.
attack the IRS right now.
But I had a fantastic time. You bolted, but the rest of us continued the party down on Magnolia as we went to the Boiled Owl.
I was tempted.
And met up with
was
a
very
whole bunch of
tempted.
friends and drank some more, and then went over to Yucatan and ate some nachos. Then
See, that's kind of how I knew that night was
finished
gonna
the
go.
evening. Oh yeah,
So I decided to go home, and man, I was tempted though. I was like, dude,
it was
know?
good times. We had a blast.
yeah.
Andrew's good company. He's fun to run around with. He's fun. His place is rad, and it was fun doing his show finally. And
I got some ideas for that.
I think
place, man.
next time, to be even more shocking,
Mhm.
we do 100% just plain Jane serious show where we're just
boring, like
no
was it public radio or was
what
it
did-
PBS?
NPR.
What did you use?
NPR, yeah, NPR.
Hi, I'm here with.
Hey.
How you
Hey.
doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are
Happy
you?
Friday.
This is like the stars. Did you see the
Yeah,
moon?
I did see the stars.
I just think like
Let's,
yeah,
uh,
it sounded like a
welcome to
high
the-
school
Yeah.
radio project.
let's
Yeah.
talk about your
That's the
process.
worst thing about NPR, man. They have all this funding. They have all this money. How come they still sound like shit?
No one's fun on there.
No.
They all sound like
It's
they-
like there's
you know what it
0%
sounds like?
chance that anyone on NPR has done cocaine.
no. All the money for NPR has gone to heroin because that's what it sounds
Exactly.
like.
It sounds like they're all a bunch of junkies.
They inject heroin and then walk in the studio like, and here on
Yes,
NPR we gotta
yeah.
talk about
What's
Yes.
the ASMR channel, right? It's,
It
ASMR.
there's a
Yeah,
I think that's where ASMR got
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
Was
It's
you
probably
start
heroin.
listening to some of those
This just massages your brain. Just,
NPR and PBS both, like PBS NewsHour. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
What's
you
her
want to
name?
go to if
She's
you want
not
to go to
fun.
sleep quick, you watch that.
PBS NewsHour.
No, or you listen to NPR broadcast, or you watch it.
I don't know.
Watch like Public Act, or was it?
I take it back. The Tiny Desk
PBS.
series is rad. Which everybody in Fort Worth now is shooting videos for the Tiny Desk NPR series because they're taking submissions right now. But that series is rad. I love the Tiny Desk series.
We got to do mine.
The Run the Jewels one. Is
We got to do my
great.
trailer. You know, that's the first thing I thought when I saw his place. I was like, I'm doing my trailer here. Like this is
Oh,
where
for
we're going to do it.
yeah.
We're doing it there.
Do a test. Do a test pilot there. A little short.
Or
test
yeah,
pilot?
pilot. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
not trailer. My pilot. That's where we. It's got to be there.
Yeah.
Like now, I'm invigorated to do that. I've been taking iron, a bunch of iron, so my jizz is just powerful. Is it iron?
No, zinc.
Zinc. My zinc. I've been taking zinc, a lot of zinc, so I got a lot of
A lot of-
aggressive spermies.
You're protecting your
A lot of kidney stones.
Yes, so it's
Yeah.
time. It's time. It's time to create.
Busting them out. Saturday, I didn't do much. Had a little bit of issues and dangled the 45 under my chin and thought about life. But
I don't- you know, we get in trouble when we do that, right?
I know.
Like
What-
I get shit every time I joke about that, and it's funny because I've probably had more people kill themselves in my life than anyone I know. But the sad thing is, the more I talk to people, I find out that everyone has had a lot of people that have off themselves.
Well, welcome to the Dark Humor Channel.
Well, when you do that, people are like, you know, you guys might sometimes you guys
Does-
make some jokes, you know.
Does
and,
Dustin need help? Does he need to be talking?
Yeah.
Well, on Saturday, I probably could have used some talking to, honestly. But I had the 5th of Jack and the 45 to play with.
Yeah.
And but
Just
Sunday, here comes
sucking on it
apology
like it's
number
a-
2.
Like it's a Ron Jeremy dong, which still alive or not?
I thought he's
he
in
died,
jail.
didn't he?
He's in jail.
Oh, he's in jail.
Yeah, he got
In
brought
trouble.
up on all these weird charges. A guy that has sex all the time on film assaulted women, off film.
That's
Like, does that
weird.
not?
Yeah, that sounds weird.
You can't just be a normal dude off of.
You know what? Honestly, he's probably
Having
you
sex
know what
all
he's
the time?
probably
Like,
doing.
can you
He's
not just
probably
live a
running his
normal
mouth
life?
that he's going to talk about the list. Is what he's doing. He's saying, "I'm going to start talking about the list," and they're like,
Oh my
"No,
gosh.
you're not.
Okay,
You're about to get really sick."
so Sunday. This is apology number 2,
Is
and I
this-
want to get this out
Wait, what was the first apology?
to Andrew about his show and how wild it is, and I'm apologizing for how much he's gonna have to edit and make it
Oh,
crazy
man, it won't
and
be
everything.
that bad. It wasn't as bad as you think it was.
It probably wasn't, but in my head,
It was like a PG Jerry Jonestown show.
I don't know. You dropped the C bomb like 8 times.
Out of comics. Like, how come it's okay for Larry David to do Curb Your Enthusiasm and do Tourette's and them to yell cunt, but I can't on my stupid podcast or
His
his stupid
on
podcast?
ours, it's fine.
Yeah,
You're on visitor's turf.
yeah.
You
well,
gotta-
okay.
Yeah. So
That's-
that's the thing.
Let me
Well,
try
don't
it-
listen to it. Then.
Let me try it on for size in NPR.
There we
I
go.
told him to bleep them.
we should AI it all in NPR voices.
He needs to bleep and just leave the C there, so it's like beep.
Yeah,
And
I told him
thought
to bleep it.
That would be funny. I like it when people bleep stuff. It makes me
It
laugh.
makes me laugh
It's
too.
freaking hilarious.
The bleeping is funnier than the cuss word.
I think it is too.
Yeah,
I think it is
when
too.
you see someone just yelling cuss words and stuff, you're like, well, that's just a degenerate human. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I've been there. They didn't give me my mayonnaise
Yeah.
in the Chick-fil-A line sometimes.
So anyway, just
My
Try to
bad.
relax your anus.
Exactly. There you go.
exactly. That's what you need to do.
Yes.
So Sunday, I want to get all this out.
This
So
is the
Sunday-
second apology now. So you're doing all 3 apologies now. I was going to say
Yeah.
space them out. Do it increment.
Well,
like
we're shooting the
incrementally.
shit, so I'm going through the days
that's
of the
fine.
weekend. So
Yeah.
Sunday, and this isn't a huge apology, but went to Tana Hills for the first time to see a show. I've been there before,
And
but this was to see
is-
a show. This is the new venue in the Stockyards.
Yes, 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 yes.
Tim
I have
Love,
not seen a show there yet.
The Dark Empire.
It's where they're
of-
doing the Country Fest and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's where the Dark Empire of Tim Love and
Nudity?
Live Nation Ticketmaster teamed up and built this venue,
Gotcha.
and now they're
Gonna make a million.
in love with each other.
Kajillions.
It's a 1,000. It's either 1,000 or 1,200 capacity room.
It's so weirdly tucked away inside of these like
I can't wait to check it out though.
condos. You know what I mean?
So
Is
the
it state of the
reason
art?
I went there, I'm going to get into all that. Hold on.
Now.
The reason I went there was to see a band called the Silver Sun Pickups, who I haven't seen in forever. I love this band. They just put out their 3rd album or 4th album, and I haven't seen them since they opened for Muse at Tarrant County Convention Center. So I was pumped, excited to go see this show. I didn't know who the opener was. I did know. I gotta tell the story right, because I had looked once it was approved to go shoot it. I looked to see who the opener was, and I kind of ignored it. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool," you know. But then I forgot who it was. And then get there, and Susie was there with me, and I was like, oh, yeah, we went over to the merch table. I was like, yeah, there's an opener. Let's walk over here and see. I can't remember who it was. And up there was a bunch of shirts for Paris Jackson,
Michael Jackson's daughter.
Michael Jackson's daughter.
How was it?
Well, I still wasn't convinced 100%, so I had to hop online and see if she really was touring with Silver Sun Pickups, because it's Michael Jackson's daughter. You know, you kind of think maybe she pulls some of her weight around or something. No, it was really her opening for the Silver Sun Pickups with her band, and she's got like a grungy rock band that she fronts, and it was rad.
Nice.
It was awesome. And up until she walked out on stage, I wasn't 100% sure it was going to be her. I figured it was a bunch of Joe Schmo idiots
They just named their band.
that named their band Paris Jackson.
Which would be
or something.
genius. Now I am.
It would be. Like Dale Earnhardt Jr. Or maybe it's just Jr. But, yeah, she was freaking fun and cool as shit. And
What kind of music was it?
grungy rock,
Like a
punk
90s
girl
sound?
rock. Yeah.
Like Hole?
Yeah, you can put it right up
Sweet.
there with it. It
Yeah,
was
fuck
great.
yeah, man.
She was awesome. She did a
I'm one of the dudes that will admit that Hole was badass.
Hole was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I
Well-
loved Hole, and I love
Holes are. Wait, what are you talking
Holes
about?
are pretty badass.
You're talking
they are
about
badass.
the band.
The
Hole.
band, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
And I love the Celebrity Skin album. I'm
Yeah,
one of the only
oh,
ones
for
that'll
sure.
say like
Yeah.
that album. It sounds ultra
Reminds me of-
produced, and half
reminds
of
me
it
of
is written
the-
by
yeah.
Billy Corgan.
Reminds me of the 90s.
But I love that record. That record all the way
Yeah.
through is really good. But yeah, she was fantastic. She ripped through
Sweet.
a raucous version of No Rain by Blind Melon. And yeah, she was just a lot of fun. And then Silver Sun Pickups came out and were just noisy, loud, grungy, fun. I love that band. I think when they came out, a lot of people were like, "This is like Smashing Pumpkins light," just because of the kind of sound they had. But they've strayed from that. They've
Diet
gotten a little
Pumpkins?
different. Like their second album, and now I think it's 3 albums. So their newest album, everything strayed further away from that. They sound more on their own, and that band is really good.
I remember being
It was
impressed
fun.
by his range, the singer's range.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
for the longest time, I thought that was a female singing in that band, and you know,
I think the
just-
first time I heard him was on Guitar Hero.
With Lazy Eye.
Yeah.
So, which is a freaking fantastic, fun song. So my apology number 2 is to the venue of Tana Hills itself. When I first saw you being
Uh-oh.
built and put in, I questioned it, and I was like, "Wow, the fuck? What is this going to be? Come on!" I'm not going to apologize to the 2 evil empires that have teamed up, that are backing that venue.
Who's you gotta? I'm sorry, man.
I
Yoda?
said at the beginning of this,
You gotta tell me. You gotta school me. Yoda.
Tim Love.
the,
and
the chef dude,
Ticketmaster.
and Ticketmaster. Okay,
Ticketmaster
gotcha,
Live
gotcha,
Nation.
gotcha, gotcha.
Not going to apologize to them because they put this venue in there to try to compete with things, but it's a fucking fantastic venue for Fort Worth.
Mhm.
It's like
You liked it.
It's a little bitty bomb factory, or the factory.
Okay.
That's 1,000 people, but it's kind of the same layout. You got the
And an
floor
intimate-
that's flat.
Intimate,
You've got
like an intimate feel to it.
on the edges in the
everybody can
sky.
see.
You have the edge. You have
3
places
different
to sit
bars.
and stuff.
Three,
Yeah.
three different bars. One in the lobby.
Oh, there is?
2 on
Yeah.
the
Nice.
inside. Two
And
2
that's
stories.
that's the other
Yeah.
thing is they have local bands play the lobby area where you kind of queue to come into the main room. And
Sting?
it was cool. Yeah, I don't think that
I
would
saw
happen.
I saw Foles there. Foles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. It was,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that show. Yeah.
It's
There's been a few shows I've thought about going up there and shooting, but I'm just like, I don't want to. The parking around there sucks.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
yeah.
But the stockyards parking always gonna suck.
I thought that it was weirdly tucked away. It's kind of like in a cul-de-sac, like the
It's in the Mule Alley
yeah, like the. Or
I'm
in an
going to a
alley.
country
Yeah.
show
at Tannehill's.
on Saturday night at the rodeo. I'm going to a rodeo 2 miles down the road from me,
Mm.
and there's going to
Where
be a
at?
country concert at like halftime or something. The ballpark.
I'm going back to Tannehill's on Saturday.
What's going on?
Fort Worth's own the Plum Boys are playing.
That's awesome.
And I'm gonna go by there and shoot them and check them out, and hang out, and do some stuff with them.
There might be some big Jerry Jonestown Massacre news too after that show. So we'll see what happens.
We shall see what happens.
Dun,
Awesome.
dun, dun.
So yeah, I'm apologizing because I kind of
That's not.
I
That's not an
shitted on
apology,
the
it's
venue.
just-
Well, we talked a bunch of shit about the venue.
yeah, but
and it
we
being
talk shit
there
about
and-
everyone.
And Ticketmaster, I just want to. This is
Yeah, I get
this is me getting stuff off my chest, trying to make things cool with everybody.
This is why you took
I wanna
the
be-
45 away. You're like, okay,
Um,
and you
make
slowly,
amends. Let's make amends
slowly
for
set it
universe.
back down on the nightstand.
you got to get up on the microphone, Joe. You're getting talked to in the room. They can't really hear you.
Check.
I've got you cranked up, so you gotta get up on those 57s or pull it towards you more.
All right.
But yeah, it's a badass place, and I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but I don't give a shit anymore. There's talk of Ticketmaster building another venue down in Stockyards, a bigger one. That's going to be a bigger mid-sized venue that's supposed to sit between. It's supposed to be a direct competition.
Man,
to Billy Bob's.
Ticketmaster is all in Tarrant County, aren't they?
Well, I mean, they've got a huge base here, so
Yeah.
and they want to have every venue. But they're going to build a bigger one that's going to compete with Billy Bob's, which has the people at Billy Bob's freaking out.
I think we
Because of
talked
what it can
about that
draw.
some.
And they want to build it up on the hill where they supposedly want to build a casino. But I found a bunch of stuff up about casino laws over this past week. If they pass in the state of Texas,
Mhm.
one of the things they may try to do is if you want to open a casino or operate a casino, it'll have to be built inside of a historic building,
Hmm. Huh.
which is
That's
kind
an
of interesting.
That is interesting.
Which makes the outlook for the Baker Hotel very interesting.
Ooh, yeah. I like the sound of it too.
Yeah,
I'd
and
be down with that.
the old spaghetti warehouse in the stockyards
Like, and do a Western thing
up on the hill.
casino too.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
That's XTO's in there, and the XTO
Yeah.
wants to move out. So yeah,
I'd be in. I'd vote for that.
Yeah.
As long as there's no Annies, and I don't think there will be. I don't think it'll be like when you go
No.
to Oklahoma. I think here it'll be like Vegas.
I can do this next week. I can do a whole breakdown of. I did a bunch of research this past week talking about how much money. Well, I can just tell you right now. There's over $5 billion that go to our neighboring states in money
It's
every
insane.
year. $5 billion.
Yes.
With a B.
Is that
goes-
including weed?
No, that's
That's
just
is that not
casino.
including
That's
weed?
just gaming
That's just
money.
gaming.
Gaming money, not weed money. Gaming money, and 3.7 billion of it
Yeah.
goes to WinStar and Choctaw.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's something like 1.4 goes to the Lake Charles area outside of Orange. Like Houston goes, they drive out to Lake Charles,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest of what's left over goes to New Mexico. And then there's a couple of casinos up by Amarillo and Wichita Falls.
What about Shreveport?
Go over.
Yeah. Well, what about WinStar and all that?
Oh, that's what I just said at the very beginning.
Shreveport, though?
3.5 or 3.8 billion.
That's the biggest one. That's the
Yeah.
largest one, right?
And Shreveport gets a little. They counted the Louisiana money of Lake Charles with Shreveport.
Oh, okay.
Shreveport doesn't get as much as it used to. I don't know anybody that goes to Shreveport anymore, just because it's become shit.
It's not.
Yeah,
great.
it's like-
it's definitely not Vegas.
No, and
Yeah,
you've got, even though you have to pay an ante going north, I'd rather go to a nice place.
Yeah.
And the world's biggest casino is WinStar. The biggest gaming floor in the world is WinStar.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't
that's-
know. When's the last time you went?
To WinStar?
No, to Louisiana.
Shit. When did Seth turn 21?
Yeah, that's about as long as it's been for me.
I think that's the last
I didn't
time
go with
went.
y'all on that, but it was around the same time period, though.
It was that, WinStar, we used to make those weird random trips in the middle of the week to go up there and play cards.
Yeah.
When everybody was playing cards a whole lot.
Yeah.
And getting
Which
those
we need to bring
tournaments.
back, but
Yeah.
not try to get in, like, just play as friends.
Yeah, do some card games as friends.
Yeah.
I'd play a poker game as friends. That's fine.
Okay.
I miss doing that.
More softball night, more bowling night.
If
Not the
like we
not-
talked
not-
about
yeah,
at the
the
beginning.
future America, not the past America.
And then, do you want my third apology now, or do we want to talk about
Yeah,
what
no,
happened
you've
Sunday
done.
morning?
You know what? You ripped the Band-Aid off the wound. I say
Yeah.
you go for it, man.
Same.
So we're going back to Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew has a second apology coming.
Oh, he's part of the second apology.
But I think,
I want-
can I say something though? Your second one wasn't really an apology. It was just like, damn,
y'all got a
impressed
badass
me.
venue, and
You impressed me.
That's a good venue. When y'all were building it out, and I went in there the couple times, it was being built out, and then right before it got done, I was kind of like, come on.
And then when you went and saw,
Because even at the time, the room Tulips felt bigger than the main room at Tannehill's.
Yeah.
But it's not. The way they finished it out, it's bigger than Tulips. So my third apology is, and all you people out there that listen to this show or that are streaming it or whatever, you can go ahead and you little spies, you little narcs out there, can go ahead and send this over to
Ruh-roh.
Edward Brown of the Fort Worth Weekly, staff writer of the Fort Worth Weekly. He was on Andrew Turner's Fort Worth Roots this week, the one that was released on Monday. And it was a fucking good episode. Really, really good episode. They didn't get into politics or anything, which is fantastic. I think that's what made it great. But Eddie on there was pretty fantastic. Just talking about the Fort Worth Weekly and the Visit Fort Worth, Here Fort Worth, all this stuff, and the stuff in this city. I'm giving kudos for that. I may not agree with the man's politics or the way he, goes about other things that he does, articles he writes, but this was a good show, and it was a great deal. We were brought up quite a bit through it.
We were?
Yes.
And what'd we do?
Just all sorts of fun things. Just because of we were the ones that were vocal about the music awards and talked about them and the Fort Worth Weekly Music Awards and how they were fucked up this year. Very weird. The new format threw everybody off, and it was just the same bands over and over for every category and all that shit. We were kind of the sounding board of what everybody was saying about the music awards. We have a ton of people.
I heard the same thing. I heard it from a bunch of other people besides podcast people. Like I heard it from bands.
I heard it from. I mean, there's an entire band thread where people were going through it. That is like the Fort Worth music band thread there for a while. Everybody was going off on it and really upset. Even the people that felt like,
we weren't.
Why
just
am I nominated in 17 categories?
We weren't just throwing shit against the wall and hoping it would stick. Is what we're saying.
We took the blunt of it because we were the ones actually.
I don't mind if I do.
Yeah,
we took the blunt.
We were pretty vocal about it, and that's what we do. We're vocal for our friends, the musicians in this scene. We got a whole fucking wall full of Polaroids of people that have been in here. That
dude, if it wasn't for local music,
like
we wouldn't even. We would have
probably
we would have quit this a long time ago.
Dangled the 45 under our chin.
Oh, we would have spun it around and been like,
yeah,
bam.
But I'll fall on that
took
sword.
A dark turn.
Trick shot off the wall, just.
And I'll fall on that sword with this show.
Man,
I'll fall
sorry, Joe.
that we actually talked about it, and we actually brought it up, and we actually made a big deal about it. While everyone else was just sucking off the teat of whatever. It was great that it was back. It was fantastic that the awards were back. It was just really weird, and a lot of good releases, good bands, good people were completely overlooked because of the way they did that weird
or not even trying to be included
nomination ballot.
Honestly. And it's been that way for a few years. A lot of us out here feel like it's a circle jerk. Honestly, like it's been a circle jerk of the same bands jerking each other off.
And that honestly is pretty much, you sum up the text thread or the a Facebook group thread or whatever the fuck it was, WhatsApp thread of like everybody talking about that. They were just like, yeah, this is this feels like a giant circle jerk, and
it does.
Why is one band in every single fucking category? They really weren't, but it just kind of feels that way. And then you stack that on to things that have happened in previous years, and people get really disheartened when one band walks out with 13 awards, and these, I don't know. It is a popularity contest. It is all the voting and however that falls through. All these awards are all the best of awards popularity contest, except for the editors.
But do you think it's curated by a few people that only listen to a handful of bands that only select from that handful?
No, because in earlier years they actually had a committee that would put the ballot together or help put the ballot together, put out suggestions of what goes in this category, in this category, this category. And it was a big group of people. And then they would narrow it down with what was sent in. Like if 4 people or 3 people from the nominating committee put in Space Poets for as a psychedelic band, underneath avant-garde or experimental or whatever, then it had 3 votes from the committee, they would be put in type thing. But this year it was the ballot that was in the best of, and it kind of threw things off. And there's a lot of people that aren't musicians that all came to us and were like, I thought we were actually voting on who we wanted to win right then and there.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were building out a ballot list, so I actually just put in, this band deserves it, or this band needs it. And it didn't. It turned out to be different.
So do you want to get into this then? Why I'm not a big, huge rah-rah Fort Worth Weekly guy right now? Is that what you want? Because my reason's a little different than yours.
I'm gonna
by quite a
I'm
bunch.
gonna slash it right here, and I'm gonna be
gonna-
like, this is the end of my apology towards Eddie. He had a great show. I thought it was great.
Okay,
He even
good
talked
job.
about coming in here as long as we didn't just shit on him the whole time, which we wouldn't. We wouldn't shit on him the whole
not at
time.
all.
It's just, I would like to sit down with him and Lee and talk about the weekly, since they are the editorial board that writes these opinionated pieces and stuff. It's
So
just the
are
two
we
of
going to
them.
package this to
But I like
next
that.
week then? You want to package it till
but
next week?
I will back off now, and
Are
you
you
can
going to give
go.
me the mic?
You can pull out
Okay.
the flamethrower.
No, this isn't the flamethrower. I don't know if I talked about this on Andrew's show, if that's why we're apologizing. I feel like I'm apologizing for something I don't know if I even did right now at this point.
No. You're not. I'm
I
apologizing.
feel attacked.
No. You didn't. We didn't talk about this on his show.
So,
Hold on. No. Stop.
no, yeah.
We didn't talk about
Okay,
this
good,
on his
good,
show.
Good.
This is.
We were just being crass over there.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
doing it because he released a show this week
Right, Andrew did.
that was Eddie's show.
So let me get into my issue. See, we're hot because this has been boiling. We've been texting about this a minute.
Okay.
He's angry.
All this stuff.
Everybody
No,
thinks
you're
I'm the
angry.
angry one.
It's it. Trust me.
I'm not
He's
the
more
angry
angry
one.
Lots
about
of
it than me.
repressed
I'm just
anger.
I'm just not interested right now. Is my thing. And the
Johnny,
reason-
that's
my
exactly
deal
what
is
I
this.
said.
My deal is this: whoever's doing the social media on that, and specifically Instagram, that's doing Instagram social media post. And I'll say this too: this is going on Reddit too. This is fucking the Fort Worth thread on Reddit. I don't know if it's the same group of people that are doing this or not, but I can tell you this: Fort Worth Weekly's social media post on Instagram, to me, I know they're trying to draw attention to certain issues that they're passionate about, but unfortunately, they are causing more division. It seems like every time they make a post, at least once a day, they got to post something that puts one group of people at odds with another group of people. That you are failing if you present yourself as a publication that is in it for the community, the art, the music, and making Fort Worth a better
and
place.
even politics. You're
And
you're
then
trying
purposely
to be
put,
in there for the politics.
purposely put, just like mainstream media does, trickles all the way down. Obviously, it trickles all the way down to Fort Worth Weekly, I guess. You follow this weird ass fucking this trend of fucking okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm always gonna post something that puts one group of people upset at another group of people over and over and over again. Do not become an enemy like the rest of the media. Media is the enemy of the people right now. Journalism specifically. And Fort Worth Weekly is one of those things that I never thought that I would have to have this thought process about, because I've had it in my life because of music my whole life. But right now I am totally disinterested with anything the Fort Worth Weekly does,
It is
because they're not building a community, they're dividing it.
And I'll interject here, because it is, as someone that sits here and sees all their shit on social media, like you say, on
We
all
get
the
text about
platforms.
it, and then we go
Well,
look at it.
And there's another text thread of people that talk about this shit too. The different things. It's basically different things that happen in the scene, but this comes up a lot. Is why is a publication that's supposed to be uniting the community and uniting these different groups and helping pull together stuff, also dividing them? That comes up a lot.
What would be
A whole lot.
what would
So
be
it's not
a-
just me.
Yeah,
And
no,
you.
it's not just you.
What would be a way for Weekly or any other local publication to start building bridges instead of dividing people?
Well, I mean, if you're going to go after Mercy Church, I personally am. I hate that fucking place, and fuck all these people that drive around with their bumper stickers that have a cross equals mercy. That place is fucking dark. I mean, that's a cult. That's basically a cult we have here in Fort Worth.
One of the many.
And I get that. Go after them. Go after them. But when you, I don't know,
like if
some of this weird ass political dives they take, that's basically
it's
where
opinionative.
all the
that's the thing. It's becoming
Yeah,
editorial, and
division.
it's not reporting local news and like grassroots. That's the thing about Fort Worth Weekly that they don't understand. Local news is, WFAA. It's
well, they're
Fox
not a
4.
news. They're an
That's
alt
the
paper.
thing. That's the thing. They are more of a direct reflection and have more of an influence. Sorry, that was a burp, by the way. Have more of an influence on the people. They are more grassrooted in with the community. They have more of a responsibility to tell it like it is. Don't start putting in your stupid opinions when you are just reporting news. I think.
Hold on. Because they're not a paper of record. They're not like when you start talking about those publications.
Exactly.
They're not. Then that's the point. An alt weekly never has been a paper of record. They're not documenting the what's happening on a day-to-day basis.
So they're an
around
editorial.
Here.
They're listed as an editorial publication.
Yeah, all alt papers are. They all.
Well,
are.
all right, cool. I get to see the thing that's cool about America is I get to choose what editorials I read and what I don't. And I can tell you one thing: I'm disinterested in them until they clean it up and just fucking pitch it down the middle. Tell me what happened, when, where, why. Don't fucking throw in MAGA term or any other or any kind of derogatory towards trans people. I don't want to hear any of that shit.
Have they done that? I don't think they've done that. They're always
no.
Them, but
no, I'm just saying
it
goes both ways. I don't want to hear your shit either way. I want to hear what happened. How do we think it could affect the community and the artists and the musicians in this area, and that's it. Tell me why and why these artists are special or this politician's special or whatever, but don't fucking start swaying and slanting things.
Unless you're going after Mercy Church, I still totally support that.
And Bass, right?
And the Basses.
The Bass
but
sister.
Apparently, and this is where my huge gripe.
They have to have a relative
don't
named
sue
Black.
us.
I've been thinking about it for a long time. And I think my big gripe and my big anti, besides working there and getting fucked over on I still carry this around. Did I show this last week?
Yeah, the check.
The check. Did I show this on
Go
the
ahead.
air?
You can do it again.
I can do it again.
Yes, if you want to.
When you
We're
shoot
gonna get beat up.
when you shoot an all-day festival and are promised, you'll be taken care of. You'll be able to get in there for free. You're shooting the toadies, releasing a beer at there, and we'll give you.
Just think how much your portfolio is going to gain because you've never shot the toadies.
Okay, and I'm going to submit to you 100 photos, 150 photos, whatever, and you're told you're going to get paid, you'll get $200, $250 for that, no big deal. But then they write you a check for $40 right there.
$40
that I've never cashed because it's just
funny.
laughable because this is what they think of the professionals that work for them and do work for them. Oh, and I had to pay my way to get into the festival, so this didn't even cover the ticket to get in to the festival.
Okay. I get it, Dustin. Talk your shit. I get it, man.
Yeah,
So-
I get it too, man. I that's why I'm letting him go.
As funny as that was, I find it that wasn't what really set me astray. What set me astray was the Sasha Bass thing and taking that shit down and that issue. That just, it still makes me laugh. I asked Lee about it, and he's like, it was completely, that was a false story, and it never happened. I was like,
Fake news.
how the fuck did it not happen when there were
Sorry, Susie.
5 people there that all report the exact same thing and see everything, and it was all on camera and shit? So I don't know. Whatever. I mean, if Sasha Bass in your back pocket and the Bass is in your back pocket and they provide money for the publication, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just another man you're falling to. And will you ever write a bad story about what the fuck is happening in Sundance Square?
What's the biggest thing?
Sundance Square is fucking dead.
No. You were yelling last week. We rode through it, and you got pretty emotional. And I mean, I did too, but you were pretty like, look at this shit, man.
There's a
It's
ton.
every other block. It's
You
like
used
fucking.
to could tell people come to Fort Worth
Yeah.
and hang out in Sundance Square. There's all sorts
What
of
is-
cool shit in bars and restaurants stuff. It's
Yeah.
fucking dead.
This is a sore spot for you.
Stores are gone. Galleries are gone. Shit that's been there for years and years is gone. The Rihanna's about to be gone.
And you don't think that's just from normal economic downturn from like COVID and everything that's happened over the last 10 years? You don't think so?
Okay,
That
if
that's
it's
happened
if
at
it's
all,
oca-
or is
if
it
it's
something that they've-
economic downturn?
Is it someone trying to
and
be greedy?
Not a greedy cunt. I'll say it right
Uh-oh,
now.
see,
I'll drop it. But if it's
We're gonna-
economic
fourth
downturn,
apology.
you're a family that has billions in oil money. Billions. You will never be able to spend all that money, and you own all this real estate in downtown Fort Worth. If it's economic downturn, we just went through all this COVID stuff. Why not let people set up for next near nothing or free? You own all the property.
You
You're not paying on it. It's your property.
They could bankroll it and still make money. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Why not help out these businesses that had a shitty few years?
That'd be an interesting thing to
And
look up.
instead of
I wonder how much money the Bass family, their companies as a group total,
it's
got from COVID relief.
oh, I don't know. But anyway,
I'm sure they got a fat check, right?
but if there's a business down there that's
Probably making shit
having
up now.
issues, had issues going through COVID, wasn't doing well, your family owns all of downtown. You can pull it up.
You
They
control
own-
rent a bit.
They own like something like 25 square blocks or some bullshit like that. They have, I think it's 95 storefronts, and it's less than 40% capacity right now. Less than 40%.
You know, it's almost so everybody that knows me personally and listens to the show knows I've been
Help
I'm,
this shit
I'm
out.
becoming a real estate agent, right? Like right now, I'm taking classes and everything. Right?
Johnny's got it right. They're just going to open
So-
casinos in all those spots.
So here's the thing. So you can't, as a lender, someone that's lending money. It's called redlining.
Yeah.
You have to be able to lend money to anyone in any neighborhood or section, city, whatever. You have to be willing to lend money there, just as you would in South Lake, over in those hoity-toity places, right?
Mhm.
So it almost makes me think that that's good that they have this redlining policy, right? For lenders and real estate, it helps communities, it helps them thrive. It almost makes me think that we should do the opposite, like a ceiling for people like the Bass brothers or the Bass family that just gobbles up building after building after building after building and almost starts setting up a monopoly that controls rent. To retailers or even probably some people that stay at home, like some of their like their rent
yeah, but
investment properties,
but now-
Investment property.
Now
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
just
it's
like
like-
the shitty landlord that won't fix shit.
right?
just,
And
like,
and
sucking money.
so it's almost like they should have some kind of ruling on the ceiling as well as what they're doing to help communities. Like, all right, we're supposed to help these communities, right, and try to make everybody's life better. And then right here, we got to limit the amount that you can start controlling things because your lifestyle's this way. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Am I being confusing? Because I feel like I'm confusing myself by saying it.
Maybe it's all these courses you're going through about real estate and everything, and it's just like,
Has nothing to. So real estate had nothing to do with anything we were talking about. Basically, what Char's telling me.
Except for
No,
except
it
for
does down
investment
there.
and inflation. That
Yeah.
has to do with real estate. for
but
sure.
like,
Yeah.
here's the deal: is I just looked it up, and in 2020, according to Forbes, the entire Bass family is worth 10.8 billion.
Good gosh.
10.8 billion. You have Mark Cuban that became a single billionaire, and look at all the shit he's done for the city of Dallas. Yes, the Basses have done a lot of good stuff for the city
wonder
of
what
Fort
Mark
Worth
Cuban
here and
thinks
there.
of the
They've
Bass.
done a lot of stuff.
Family.
There's stuff talks
there-
about that because I think all the
Octagon?
DFW billionaires have all ripped into each other at certain points.
Yeah,
But-
you have to.
And the Bass have done good things
You have
around
to have the
Fort
biggest
Worth.
dick.
But you have this one lady that all signs all over the place point to her causing issues in what is the heart and the focal point of this city, and everything's getting driven out. And just why? Why are you and this goes back to my
It's-
point, We just went through this entire crisis where people were struggling, businesses were struggling, but you decided to raise the fees that companies had to pay for valet parking and parking spots through downtown for their valet. You decided to jack all that up in the middle of it?
We're talking about a lady that mistreats her waitresses and doesn't tip as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, closes the place down and
Yeah.
becomes a
Treats
burden on the
everyone
staff.
that will not help her in her little power struggle like shit.
Yeah.
And I've heard that from a ton of people. A ton of people.
insane.
But it's just like, I mean, come on, you say you're philanthropist, blah, 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 whatever. I can't talk right now. But anyway, you say you are. Do it. Do it in your own fucking city that's now dying. It's literally dying. No one goes
Yeah,
downtown
walk your
anymore.
talk. Walk
No
your
one.
talk, man.
No one.
Basically, what you're saying is walk your talk. You've
I
been
had
running your
people.
mouth about stuff.
I was at my office downtown the other day.
But we're about
And,
to riot up in here. You know
some
what?
Some people
I'm
came
gonna call
down.
Antifa.
Some people came down from the Omni.
That's it. I'm calling them.
No. I was.
No,
I called
don't.
some people
Stop.
from, or I was walking towards. There's a Starbucks in the Omni. I was at my office. I was going to Starbucks to get me something to drink. Some people walked by me and they're like, "Hey, man, what's there dude that's cool in the city?" Yesterday we walked down to Sundance. We heard all this good stuff about it, and it sucks. What else is there to do? We're here for a few days, and I was like, "Go to the South Side."
Yeah, you want to see bands? You want to
Go-
have a cool?
you'll
Good
have to
vibe,
walk-
Good vibe.
I told them, "Go to the end of
Yeah,
this
just go to
street.
Southside,
You'll go through that big building. There's a train station,
or even Northside.
go through the train station. You'll come back up through a parking lot and just walk to South Main and through a parking lot up to South Main. And there's cool bars, cool places to hit. Downtown's fucking sucks now. And it's all signs point to her. And the only people I see writing about it are, Fort Worth magazines that are online. But I don't see the
everybody's
weekly. I don't talk about the
everybody's
weekly.
kissing their ass.
Yeah, I don't, and this goes back to what we were talking about with the weekly. I don't see the weekly writing stories
Do you
about
think?
this
Do you
and
think
what's going on.
the not just our community of musicians and artists and podcasters, all that, but just Gen Pop. Do you think Gen Pop right now she's popular?
No,
Everybody hates
you
her.
hear it from everybody.
Like she's Uncle
Everybody.
Scrooge.
I mean, there's some artists that she's helped
like,
out.
Scrooge is getting worse.
There's some artists that we're good friends with that she's helped out. There's some stuff that she's done her little thing to, but majority do not like her. They're all turning their backs on the Bass Brothers now. Like, fuck these guys and all their billions and what they're doing. And
Yeah.
you build this fucking arena over here and you shove half of it on the, I don't think it's really half, but half of it on the taxpayers of Fort Worth. And like I brought up a few weeks ago, or maybe even last week, was you have a gateway, you have all these billions, and you want to make your city beautiful and neat, not an eyesore. When you have thousands and thousands of people coming to Arlington all the time, every year, to do stuff, thousands of tourists coming through there, and they want to make their way over to Fort Worth, but they have to drive through this giant eyesore that's the east side. Why not invest some money in there and cleaning all that up, making the shit
Absolutely.
cool and making it look neat and helping the people that live in that area?
The medical district, holy shit,
Yeah, make all the east side really cool. Bring it up. Bring the value of that area up. Stop investing all your money up north by the fucking racetrack or Heritage Trace area and all that shit that you barely, Fort Worth does weird shit in there. Stop investing all your money way the fuck up there. Let's do it on the east and let's make this corridor between here and where hundreds of thousands of tourists come every year.
Yeah.
And make
you're
them
right.
make them, I've had people tell me like, yeah, I drive to downtown Fort Worth, but that fucking drive's scary. I'm just gonna stay over here in Arlington.
Yeah.
That drive down 30 or that drive down Division to Lancaster,
Rosedale,
that bad.
Rosedale,
and
is,
Roseville.
There's no there. It is not that bad.
There are
I
people-
understand that
there
people
are
think
people-
that, but it's
There
not
are
that
people
bad.
that are not from
Compared
here.
to Dallas.
There are people that are not from here
That
that are from
scares 'em.
smaller towns
Yeah.
that are like, that whole area scares shit out of me. They've never seen it or they've never been to it, and they've come to go to
Right.
Six Flags. They've come to go to a Ranger game, a Cowboy game, whatever. They're from smaller town Texas. They're from
Mhm.
smaller town West Texas,
Right.
town, or hill country town.
They don't want
And
to
they're
run into.
literally
They want.
fucking
They don't want to
scared.
run into you, Marlon, and me with our shirts off, like throwing up
Yeah.
on each other after
Yeah, they're like, what are
buttery
those
nipples. Or
assholes doing on Oakland,
yeah, they don't want to see that.
just throwing up on each other.
That's what you're saying.
On the bridge of Oakland and 30. That's the shit. Just come on. And in the process of beautifying all that, you'll help the people that live in those areas,
yeah,
and you'll
no,
make
totally,
those areas
yeah.
cool. Or
Absolutely.
let's just gentrify the whole east side and kick everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
That's not the way.
But yeah, it's just 10.8 billion. You're never gonna do anything with that.
So you're in real estate. So I've noticed something over the last few years. People come in from California, and they'll sell their homes for millions of dollars, and they'll buy a whole block of Texas homes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So that raises inflation. That puts native Texans out of homes. That
it
that
messes
also
with the
screws up.
industry for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
That's the thing too, is that's gonna happen again, man. Like right now, I bet I haven't looked, but I bet the only people that are buying property right now in the state of California is probably investors. I'd buy some if I had some money right now, because it's gonna bounce back. There's no way they can sustain. California cannot sustain their economy the way it's set up right now.
No.
Like they're like a Walmart that's just
They've
about
never
to
been able
close.
to.
Like
They've never been able to.
yeah, well, especially now though.
Yeah, they've never been able to.
Like they have
Yeah.
a non-existent government right now. It's just basically like a just a bunch of elitists that like to talk.
Hey, and real quick, I do want to
I guess
say
that's
something
probably
real quick.
all politicians,
Um,
right?
Susie said she ran into she ran into Ann when she talked to her and said it's the East Side's turn soon. I want to throw this out here real quick in case Eddie or Lee made it this far. If the Fort Worth Weekly has done something about the Basses and has written something about the bullshit that's going downtown, forward it to me, because I see all y'all shit all the time, and I've never seen y'all write anything about it or the shit that's going down.
But
at
it's always
Sundance.
the MAGA people and the purple-haired people are mad at each other. That's all I see on Instagram.
The judges, the
The
whole judges
judges.
thing.
We
We got to
there's
vote
two
them out
types
this
of
go
people.
round.
You either wear a red hat or you wear a purple. So, yeah, purple hair, right?
Yeah, there's no one in between.
There's no in between.
There's no in between at all.
That's a problem.
but yeah,
they forget.
I would totally send it to me. Email it to the show. Email it to me personally. Shoot me a message. Whatever. I'd like to, if y'all have, because I mean that's just the shit that's going on downtown is sad, and it's really really sad, and it's sad that locals aren't going down there anymore. I don't know anybody that goes downtown to hang out.
Man, I
or
told you
drink or
the
whatever. No one does.
other day when we were farting around down there for the convention, I was like, dude, it's probably been 2 years since I've walked around in downtown Fort Worth. At least 2 years.
And I work downtown,
yeah,
quite a bit, and the only time you see
I don't get- and I
real
go-
foot traffic around is business people running around at night.
Yeah.
It's dead.
That's the thing
Night,
I was
it
gonna
is
say.
Fucking dead.
It's not that I don't go out. I don't go out as much as I used to. But when I do, no one's ever saying, "Hey, man, why don't you meet me up in Sundance?"
Well, I
no
go-
one, no one ever says
No.
that.
and I go out of town I go out all the time because I'm not happy with
You're
my
an international podcast. dog.
that, and I'm
and
not
you-
happy with my home life,
45.
and there's
40
things going
the
on.
45 disease.
So I go out all the time. I don't like being at home.
Hey,
So it's kind of
call somebody,
Anyway.
you and me, in the middle of the night. Just
Just don't
Let's
do
go.
it on the show.
The last thing I want to talk about at the weekend happened actually Sunday morning.
All right.
We started the season.
Now we get to be cool.
We started the season,
We're not just old guys bitching right now.
and I think we're fired up because of the full worm moon.
Yes.
So, Formula One started
Yeah.
in
It's
Bahrain.
funny that how much our listenership has intertwined with the F1 community.
a lot.
It is the oddest thing
And
ever.
how much stuff. There's been a lot of people that have come up to me and been like, I started watching F1 because you recommended
I'm a
Drive to
user, too.
Survive, and now
I'm a user, just like you.
I had to get up early on Sunday
Yeah.
and watch it too. And I got a ton of text messages Sunday morning like, you watching this? You watching
Yeah.
this?
And we got the league going, which
Yeah.
I don't know about that old setup.
yeah,
Might
it's
have to
l-
move to
n-
ESPN or something.
This is it. There's
That's
two.
it, huh? You test ran the other one?
I didn't test run it. These are the two. Y'all wanted a fucking app to
Yeah.
make it easy.
The other one doesn't have an app.
But why are you bitching? You're in first place.
I am in first place.
So why are you bitching?
I don't know. It just seems like it could be more interactive. It's done by Salesforce, which is the same company or the same place, the developers that do ESPNs, or they used to. So why isn't it badass like ESPN's fantasy stuff?
Because football is a lot different.
There's
more
more
a
stats
lot
to play
more
with.
stuff.
There's a lot of stats in F1.
There was a lot of stats tracked if you go in there and you actually look at
Yeah.
things, the way the
Yeah.
points came down. But this is what we're rolling
I
with
like
this
it
season.
though. I'm having fun. It was fun talking
Yeah.
shit immediately too.
And but there were a lot of people that are like,
The race, though.
holy, the race.
Zoe,
So first off,
my man, Zoe.
what did he do?
Dude, he got the podium, man. He just freaking out of nowhere changes teams and freaking gets the podium.
You're talking about
Alonso. Yes.
Because when you say,
Why do you not allow me to call him Zoe?
Because there's the other guy, the Chinese guy that's got the exact same
Zhao,
name.
right?
Yeah.
Zoe.
But he's
Alonso
spelled
Mourning.
ZHO. Yeah.
Zoe.
I call him Alfie.
All right.
Alfie.
No, okay. You know what? I like Alfie
I
just
roll with
because it
Alfie.
reminds me of
Yeah.
there was a ranger named Alfie, wasn't there?
Yeah. Now he has been
Alf.
he's been in Formula One for 22 years.
Yeah.
He is raced.
He's the oldest
been
guy, right? He's
one of
42.
20 racers.
He's in his
One of
40s.
20 people for 22 years because the man's a fucking genius when it comes to racing.
He's a beast.
And that's all they talked about. He came, worked his way up, came in third place, worked his way through everything, and that's all they kept saying was his brain. It's
He's
like
4 steps ahead of where
Yeah.
you are.
he is a chess player on the
Processing.
racetrack, and he's one of those guys that once he got into third place, he just started chatting on the radio. And
Mhm.
they're like, that's bizarre because drivers don't chat because they're so focused.
Dude, how
But
about
he's so focused and it's all just second. He's 200 miles an hour and you're just chatting about bullshit.
intellect is awesome. How about his aggressiveness?
Yeah, his aggressiveness.
His
is
freaking
badass, yeah.
like what he was doing on the track. You're like, oh my gosh, this guy's got a fire in his ass.
I'm so excited that Aston Martin is actually doing good shit this year, or in the first race. It'll probably all change.
How about what's his name? His team, his
Lance Stroll?
Lance Stroll breaking his wrist. What and like having to have surgery?
He had to have surgery. He had pins in his wrist and pins in his knee
He was
and
like,
leg.
fuck it, I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna run good.
And there was a lot of talk that he wasn't going to be there, and so Sebastian was going to sit in and be there was a lot of people like, Sebastian's going to come back and race.
Yeah.
But then Stroll was like, no, I'm cleared to do it. And he drove with a broken wrist and a fucked up leg.
Yeah,
And came in
like still had his
fifth?
his hospital gown on when he walked out to the racetrack.
Came in 5th or 6th.
Dude, I'm going to tell you this. A lot of people aren't going to agree with me because they're a fan of this kid. But how about him not even finishing the McLaren?
Leclerc?
No, not Leclerc, man. I like him. I'm talking about the
He?
kid, the McLaren, that kid they on Drive to Survive that was like, hey, I haven't made any decision. I can't remember if it's Pastrani or Pastrio or whatever.
Pastrani.
Whatever his name is, one of them European names or something. Dude, how about him not even finishing? Just farting,
How about
falling down,
How
and
about
fumbling.
all of McLaren not finishing?
I know. And Sargent, the U.S.
Yeah.
driver, he didn't look too bad.
Yeah, he's got some work to do. But I'm excited that Aston Martin's coming back. A lot
He
of
finished.
people. Have you heard all the funny shit that's gone down besides Alfie talking on the radio like,
No.
it's finally nice to be in a good car
Yeah.
again, and this car's
Yeah,
fantastic.
he rubbed
it's
salt
a
on the
beautiful
wound.
car. Yeah, he's just flipping off everybody from last year. Just like, look at me.
Yeah.
If I had a good car this whole time, I could have been doing this shit.
You know what's funny is when you watch the series Drive to Survive on Netflix, they're not paying us. They should pay us, but they're not.
They should.
The way, like, I don't understand why he thinks he's the dark side. Like, I think he's cool. Like, he's one of my
find
favorite
he's funny.
drivers.
I think he's fucking hilarious.
Like, I get
but I like
he's
dark
old.
people.
Are they just saying that old people, Gen Xers, are fucking like just mean,
I don't
grumpy people?
I guess, but I like,
like
that he's
him.
that way. Yeah. And then we haven't even talked about the winner. The winners were
Because he wasn't a story. He took off.
Yeah, the winners were, of course, Max and Sergio.
Didn't even see
Perez.
Max.
Max,
You saw him like 3 times the whole race.
and then
It's
they
like,
didn't even go to. They'd go to him every once in a while and be like, "Oh yeah, Max is up here just having fun, all alone."
playing.
Max is lapping here.
Like playing Pac-Man.
Those
They
Red
got
Bulls.
Pac-Man set up here and a bunch of Red Bulls.
So the funny things that happened after the race was they had the post race interview with the 3 guys that were on the podium. So you have the 2 Red Bulls, and then Aston Martin
Mhm.
with Fernando, and they asked Sergio a question, and all the things I find I can't hear the full question, but basically Sergio Perez Checo goes.
Another one I'm pulling for.
He goes, I'm glad that there's 3 Red Bulls on the podium again. That 3 Red Bulls won this race, which is fucking hilarious because everybody's saying that Aston Martin took a lot of Red Bulls designs from last year.
Yeah,
and put it on the car this year.
It's funny to see them act out their little jokes they have, behind the scene jokes they have on the Netflix series out in public.
Which, that's what Alfie did on Drive. I don't know if you've made it this far, but later in the season, they're talking about him leaving.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Leaving his team,
And
he goes, "Well, at least I'll be in a good car next year."
Yeah,
Or a competitive car next year.
So I want to make one critique F1, and this is an American critique, so it should. I mean, we still hold some value on a scale of 1 to 10. We're
We
still
have
at
more
least a
races.
4, right?
We have more races than any other country in the
Right.
world, so yeah.
But I'm going to tell F1 this: their marketing department, their how growth and discipleship department, whatever it is, the cult.
Yeah.
Why don't you ban Tom Cruise from the track?
And his dumbass fucking
Like
questions.
don't let ever let him back on the track. We're sick of seeing him.
Is the guy that flipped his car
And now he's
upside down,
talking
is
to
he
Toto?
Okay?
I lost some Toto respect because of that. Because he was talking to Tom Cruise about something his driver was talking about. I don't like that.
He never really
if I was
answered him.
Lewis Hamilton, I'd be out.
He never really answered him. Like Toto never did. Like Tom Cruise.
No,
goes,
Toto said something back to him.
when he asked the question about,
He said that's just the way he is. He
about
will walk
Zoe
away
being
and get
upside
away
down.
with it.
No, not that. That was about Lewis Hamilton after the race. I'm talking about when Zoe was upside down, and the quote where Tom Cruise goes, "Is the guy that turned upside down okay?" And Toto just kind of looks at him, and the other guy that's there is just kind of like, "Don't ask a stupid fucking question right now." The guy just
So you're
hit
in
the,
agreement with me,
Yeah.
right? You're in agreement with me.
The
Go
guy
back to
just
the, actor
flipped
skills.
upside down at 200 miles an
Yeah.
hour and then spun the car through the air and landed behind a barricade.
Boy, they are churching that up
don't
too. I
know.
guess that was the most intense as far as
Dude, that was a
an
hardcore wreck.
It was,
Especially,
and it was Silverton.
yeah,
So, but anyway,
that was a hardcore.
it was a great race. I loved it. Everybody,
Yeah,
I hate
it's
that
fun.
Leclerc didn't. I love it. Man, kid's gonna win it eventually. He's gonna win and win big.
Eventually,
Yeah.
when Ferrari's not a bunch of dumb shits.
I didn't know
fucks a bunch
that
of shit
things
up.
were weird with the Australian Mexican dude.
Who? Daniel Ricciardo?
Yeah.
What do you mean things are weird? He's not racing.
No, but I had no idea that McLaren was just like, this isn't working out of
Yeah.
nowhere, and just kind of gave him the bird, and
He
he was
hated it.
like, it looked like his feelings were hurt.
Well, he hated McLaren too. He got over there and they
He
just
was-
weren't doing shit
Right,
right.
the
and
way
he
you
hated
read it, he
McLaren.
was kind of picking it, like agitating them too.
But
like, it was going
they're
both
not.
ways.
They weren't listening to him at all when he was giving recommendations on what to do with the car because he's the fucking driver sitting in it, actually
Right.
racing it.
Yeah,
They weren't doing shit for him anyway. So it's like, okay,
I just thought it was more amicable.
Now,
right?
did you also hear the other thing after the race where George Russell was like, "I'm good on taking a bogey this season. We're never going to catch Red Bull, and Mercedes is good for taking a bogey this season." And I was like, "Whoa!"
He
it's the
said that
first
after the race, or
fucking yeah, it's the first fucking race, and you're already saying that. And even Ferrari kind
don't
of
you
said
think
like,
that's
"We're
just
not
him
going to
blowing
catch
off
them."
a little bit of steam because he didn't perform the way he ended last season? I think that's what that is. It's just him being
You
young.
got a car that was
But I think him making that type of
30
statement.
seconds ahead of everybody else.
Oh, oh wait. So now we are moving to Max is just
That's what
Team
he
Red
was,
Bull is.
That's
it's
what he
insane
was
right now.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I said his comment was.
But I don't think that I
He
think
said
he was
there
doing that.
we're taking a bogey because we
You're
can't
not
catch
listening to what
Red
I'm
Bull.
saying. I don't think he was saying. I think he was saying that out of blowing off steam. I don't think if you ask him that question this weekend, he would answer it the same way. I think he would say, I think he was pissed because that performance that he started this season off with was nothing like he finished last season off with, and he was kind of just pissed off. The kid, he's
But
still
you're
a
not going to
kid.
do that. You're
He's
not.
still a kid.
I mean, everybody was already saying that even after qualifying. When qualifying was done and the times, you knocked off almost 2 seconds from last year's qualifying time with these new cars. Red
Mhm.
Bull did.
Yeah.
And they were already just like, before the race, everybody's like, I don't know how we're going to catch them. They're in the first 2 spots. They're on the front row.
What do you think Toto said?
We're
about
not
that?
gonna
What do you
catch
think
those
he
cars.
felt like when he saw that he had said that?
He
that
said
George
that.
said that? What do you think he felt?
Toto
like?
even said something
He's like,
pre-race.
"Whatever."
He's like, I just hope we can keep up with them. We're not catching them.
Gamemanship on the first race of the season.
Saudi Arabia will change things though. That track eats up tires, and it'll be a different. And that's in 2 weeks on March 17th,
Yeah, it's
through
long
the
and
19th.
little turns, long
Yeah.
and little turns.
and that will change everything.
Have you guys done it? Have you guys been behind the wheel on a
Oh
track
my
like that?
gosh, I would love to.
Not in an F1 vehicle. I mean, that would.
I
I've never sat behind a $1.5-2 million
Do you-
vehicle.
Joe, do you
Race.
own one?
Yeah, do you have one? Are we
no,
gonna go?
love
no,
to.
I wish I was asking you guys.
I have driven vehicles on a track like that, but I've never taken a corner at 130 miles an hour and done over 200 miles an hour on straightaways.
I think that would be amazing. The
It'd
kind
be
of
great.
the kind of mindset you do have to be a chess player and also kind of halfway in the matrix to be able to pull that.
Oh
off.
yeah,
So,
you got. That's when you see those guys on the
High-speed
when they're about to
decisions.
get in their car and they're like,
Yeah.
the dude's got the tennis ball here and he's got his hands on top and he has to catch it or vice versa.
Did
Yeah,
you?
that, like
oh,
they're
Tim sent me.
reflexives.
I have
Their
to send you the-
reflexes. Their reflexes
Are insane.
are insane, man.
I got to send you the video that Tim sent me of them working out on a machine. It's a weighted
For-
machine with their steering wheel and what they're
like building their neck and shoulders and
it's
stuff.
building their arms and legs up
Yeah.
for the G-force. The neck workouts are crazy. Like, Joe, if you don't mind me asking, how much you weigh?
right now about $150, give or take.
You lose about 10 pounds, you can fit in one of these cars.
No, he could be a race. Well, yeah. I
They
guess-
say about 140 is where
and
you
you'll
need to be.
lose 7 pounds during the race.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. It's the ultimate workout. You lose
Is
7
he,
pounds.
is he
while
going
you're
to be
racing.
our driver?
Yeah, you can be our driver.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm done.
We're gonna start with soapbox derby in Denton on
Yeah.
Let's
Dia
do it.
Dia
Dia
de
las
Morta.
Muertas.
The coffin.
The coffin races up
Coffin
in Denton. We'll
races.
start there, and then we'll work our way to cart.
And then go karts.
And go karts. And then
Yeah. Yeah.
all right.
I used to. I still
We'll have a very lenient drug policy.
Yes, very
We'll
lenient.
just like and alcohol policy.
Yeah,
You know, we'll test you after you win.
I'm sure you can
Maybe.
microdose before you get in the car.
Yeah.
Yes.
To help calm the nerves. A little
Absolutely.
psilocybin here and there.
Actually, have you guys done any kind of like hardcore activity on psilocybin? It's freeing.
I plead the fifth.
Well,
Yeah.
depends
Yeah, it
on
is.
what you consider hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Sex?
all of it is
Yeah.
is flow. You know what I mean? Yeah,
we'll
it is
check
flow.
that.
you
We'll
get
go ahead and
into flow
check
of
that box.
yeah.
Yes.
I think driving would be fun. I used to drive on mushrooms. when
Was
I
it Gaylord Perry pitched a perfect game on acid, didn't he?
Yeah.
I delivered Amazon boxes on mushrooms, and
That's
I was
cool.
one of the best, like most timely, every time that I was microdosing.
I think I
Just
played
bam,
some.
bam. You were
soccer.
hitting all your points. You're like, yeah.
I think
yeah.
I've been on.
I was driving that
mushrooms-
van like a racer too, like just like.
Yeah.
I've been on mushrooms before and played soccer a few times. Yeah,
Nice.
when I was way young, and it was cool. You just think you're Superman, like you're all laughing and cocky and stuff. And
Yeah, that's
just
the way I
kinda like
was
you're-
on mushroom sex. I was like, I'm Superman.
I can do this
Yeah.
forever. Yeah.
You close your eyes and like whoa, and then you go back in and
Kissing your bicep.
Yeah, and she was like,
Wow.
"We were done 30 minutes ago.
Like, why are you humping the pillow?
What are you doing over
What are you
there?"
doing? What? Why are you in
Yeah,
the
I
corner
love it.
humping the
Yeah.
stuffed unicorn that my daughter got like in 1999? Yeah.
What are you doing with the frozen wand?
Like, you got any Billy Idol on? Can you put some of that on? What? Yeah, I'm over here though, cooking. What are you doing? Oh,
All right, Joe. Now it's all you, buddy.
no more comedy from us.
We turn the show over to you.
Well, I thought that was good. That was a good topic right there.
Yeah.
Psilocybin medicine, psychedelics.
It helps.
Yeah, it
people.
leads us. It was a great lead into
Helps people expand.
a little psychedelic Fort Worth activity that you got coming up.
and that is correct. It is time for the second annual Psychedelic Panther.
How jazzed are you for this year?
I'm excited. It's been a little bit of a stress ball because I've had a lot more of the weight of it on my own, but I'm excited to put this together and have the community come in the way it's going to. It's going to be at a slightly bigger venue than it was last year.
You don't have to build an outside area or an outside stage.
Well furnished outside stage.
Yeah.
2 light shows this year. One on the outside stage at night and one on the inside, like as is per usual.
I have been asked by fellow photographers. We have a request.
Okay.
You got to have some stage lighting in order to get good photos from that. It can't be all in pitch black like it was last year with just the images on the Panther head. There were some
Yeah.
people that were just, I mean, there were several photographers like, hey, if you talk to Joe, tell him this year, crank the lights up. Like, we need to get some lights on the artist, at least for a little bit.
Well, I mean, I would say to counter that, bring some chimeras and like kind of set them up, like or like have a handheld that you can carry towards the stage. Have communication with the band so that you can get close enough.
That's not pro.
Oh.
You don't do that. You don't do that in a pro world.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
as a pro, I know you are. So how would you go about it?
Well, that was
You-
a very nice thing to say.
Yeah,
Dan.
thank you. No, you have good stage lighting, good can lighting, but you don't want to use flashes and stuff because it's distracting for the performers. Even on times that I've had permission from the bands, I hate using them because it can interfere with other photographers. You don't know if someone in the crowd might be sensitive
Yeah.
to the type of what the flashes do. There's a whole lot of stuff you have to think about when you use flashes or lights or whatever to bring up. And, I think just everybody's trying to provide the best photos for your event
Yeah.
that they can. And it's that was just a fun little request was,
Oh, definitely.
let's bring some lights up.
I'll definitely throw it in the mix. Jessica Waffles, are you familiar with the work? Jessica
Mhm.
Waffles.
Yeah.
She manages to get in there, at crazy angles and make things beautiful.
Yeah, we
things
need to
happen.
get her on. She
Yeah.
seems so sweet. Every
Yeah,
time we
she's
run
sweet.
into her,
I'd love to actually.
She
pick her
should come
brain
on our show.
on photography. She's
Frito.
really good
Yeah.
at it. Yeah.
I mean,
Book it.
I'm just trying to help you out what other people said. I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely, yeah.
I shot at your event last year and it was all right, but it was at times it was quite dark
Grainy. Yeah.
and super grainy.
Mhm.
I mean, if that's what you want and that's the look you're looking for, that's fine because you can crank that ISO up. I can shoot in pitch black if I want to.
Yeah, you have to keep.
I can shoot in
the,
infrared if I want to, but it's just one of those things.
the exposure long and have a lot of tracers in your photos.
Yeah. There's a lot of photographers that don't want to do that are trying to cover your event for media
yeah.
and they don't want that shit in it.
Absolutely.
That's
Well,
so that's
they don't
the- that's kind of
understand
things.
it. Like they don't want it for their art, and there's some people that have never done hallucinogenics. They're not worried about tracers,
Yeah.
But that's
like
even
that's
the
cool,
thing.
but what?
If you want to do stuff, if you're trying to build out portfolio stuff in chunk,
Just
or
be
you're trying to do some
experimental.
stuff with this band, you don't want a bunch of tracers and shit. That's more artsy stuff you do down the road.
So you wouldn't throw
Just other
that in
stuff.
your if I was a up and coming photography young guy like you, and you would not recommend showing edgy side on your portfolio if you're trying to aspire.
I would, but not everybody.
You're
What I'm
saying
saying
you're
is
saying
not
that some-
everybody
everyone's
wants to
gonna
do that.
react the same
And
way.
if I'm covering it for Audiohead or I'm covering it for the Blitz, I'm not putting Tracy trippy photos in there
You're doing
because this is an editorial type of thing.
it gets back to slanting things. Just
Yeah.
do it. This is the news.
This is the editorial side. If
Gotcha.
I can do artsy shit all day long, I do it all the
well, that would
time
be
with
editorial.
people.
Where
And
would
you can do
uh,
that. That's totally fine. But if you're doing something editorial and you want coverage for your event,
That's good advice, man.
Yeah.
So what,
I never even thought of that. Dude.
good.
That's
good.
really fucking
and
good advice.
it doesn't have to be.
If I was a
one of those
photographer, I would
things-
make a note on that one.
where
It's
would
like I
you,
used to tell people, just give us one or two songs. Bam, you're done. That's in and out.
Where would you put the lights? Where would you position those so that they don't interfere with the
You have stage
projections
lights. The venue has stage lights. Lola's has a whole
Just use the natural
beautiful
lighting.
outdoor lighting setup.
Oh, for the outdoors?
Yeah, just use their lighting setup.
We will
It
use.
it puts
They have
weird
We're gonna do
tones
that.
out
It's easy as
there.
that. Last year at Mass, the inside stage had inside lighting that wasn't on that much because it was the whole Panther thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So how would you do it in a way that it doesn't interfere with the projections?
Fuck your projections for one song and go with it. That's easy. to
Yeah,
do.
off
Or
of the one song.
let the projections
do the-
go. Those projections were bright enough to still be seen ghostly through a song of lights. That's all you got to do.
So
That's what Pussifer. Pussifer will
If-
let the guard down.
Another thing is, if there are professional photographers that show up at your place, that shoot shows all the time.
Yeah.
They are very aware of the 3-song policy. You have the first 3 songs to shoot, and you're done. That's standard whenever you shoot a national band. Period. You have 3 songs, unless you're there as a guest of the band, or you're a touring photographer for the band. Then you have access for everything. You can do whatever you want. But standard media, first 3 songs, you're done.
So I can throw in a couple of spotlights for the first 3 songs. Spotlight.
I wouldn't even do don't fuck first 3 songs. Just do one song.
One song,
Yeah,
2
okay.
spotlights going. Right.
Just turn the house lights on for just up a little bit.
What?
Boom, done.
What did you say?
Turn the house lights on.
You turn the house lights on.
Have you seen the lighting out there?
No.
It's beautiful. They have fantastic lighting out there. Yeah, it's really good, and you can have a lot of fun with it. It's really pretty, really cool.
It's gonna be a great show, especially at night. It's gonna be. We have a dude named Attic Space, who does acid type projections, and he's gonna be out there too. I can't wait for you guys to experience that.
Cool, man.
Are you gonna be handing out free acid for us to experience these?
Does he
effects?
do attic work? Because I need some done.
I can neither condemn nor condone any of these things, but yeah, it's gonna be amazing. We have all the performers out there. Once the night falls, are very trippy, very trippy and very psychedelic in nature. That was purposefully done.
Have you ever gone out
That's
to
cool. That's awesome.
Burning Man?
I've always wanted to go.
You never have?
I've never have. No.
I might have some relatives that have gone.
We need to get
Several.
hooked up with them and go.
I would like
No,
to see
we don't. He hasn't been released yet.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
a Burning Man style festival, like, but here in Texas would be insane.
They do some cool
They
shit
have a
out the
bunch.
the speedway sometimes.
They have the feeder festivals.
Oh, those are
Oh.
nice feeders, ma'am.
That's exactly. That's exactly what it was.
Didn't we see one of those when we went to that camera store in New York City?
Yeah, we saw some feeders there, Thomas.
Those are nice feeders.
No, there are like small Burning Man of the local groups that do not far from here.
Is Levitation considered a Burning Man style festival?
No.
It's aight.
It's more of
It's a fun festival.
It's a fun
Yeah.
commercial.
It's all downtown.
There's some festival slut pictures that come out of that festival for sure.
Out of Levitation?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you're thinking of something else. Levitation is
down in Austin.
it's 3 bars all right in within each other.
Yeah,
it's not
and there's
even.
a bunch
Really?
of hippies and stuff go down there.
Yeah, it's not like fun fest and all that crap where it was.
It never
crazy.
was like fun
Yeah.
fest. It was hippie-ish, jamish, right?
No,
What the hell am I thinking of then?
I think you're thinking of something else. This was more. It's a psychedelic style one,
Levitation?
but also has like a bunch of
Used to have-
metal and industrial stuff that happens in it. And
Okay, that's what I was saying, but
I think
but it,
maybe I was saying something differently.
there's not hippie tatas running around and
I think
feeders.
I think it'd be cool to do one where it's
Hippie
like,
feeders?
Yeah.
where it's like Burning Man, but you burn a panther instead of a man, right? You know,
Oh.
and you have badass live music, and you have like
A
also
giant
the
panther effigy.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes.
You can do
We
that.
Burn the pan. Oh wow, that's mind blowing.
How about go out and
Yeah.
get some? There's enough people around here that have land where you could do something like that. You could have your own little your burning panther festival.
Yes. Burn
There's
the
a place down in Waco that like used to.
Yeah, that documentary comes out here in a couple of weeks. Another one that I'm horny for.
We're not talking about David Koresh, right? We're not talking.
Oh, I'm so horny for that documentary. So this year's lineup has it changed a bit?
There's some new bands for sure.
But weren't there some bands on here that were taken off? Or am I dreaming this? I thought this lineup was a little different at the get go.
A couple of bands had to drop last minute, unfortunately.
Who was that?
We Beasties were double booked, so
Okay.
we had to drop them.
I thought they were one.
And then a band or a solo project called House Keys
Okay.
just had another scheduling mix up. So
House Keys sounds familiar. I think they were they at Novemberfest?
she's just
Oh, that's a she. Never mind.
yeah.
We changed it because there was a guy out there that was a solo thing that I thought sounded like that.
Yeah. But,
So this year, you have. Do you know them all by memory? No, you're looking down. I was wondering if you knew if you had them memorized or not.
All right, so I'm going to give you per day.
Okay.
So on day 1, we have opening the festival, Gorgeous Jetson. Really great, fun band, really math rocky. Following is Primo Danger. If you don't know who they are, they're a really fun band.
Know about Primo, yeah.
Estacado, which is more of a vibey, definitely psychedelic leaning band. Maestro Maya is full on psych rock. Sunbuzzed is full on psych rock.
Yep.
Phantom Mellow, very near and dear to our hearts.
I have no idea who those guys are.
Died. No, they're great. They're
No, they're
really,
they're
really-
freaking fantastic.
really highly reviewed.
If you haven't seen Phantomello live, well, then
This is the time to do it.
you
Yeah.
should kill yourself.
Whoa, this
Let's
isn't.
get that 45. No.
What Are they headlining?
No, but no, they're not.
Not the first night.
No, headlining is Me Motor Scooter.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
band. No, we know nothing about them either.
Yeah.
And that what time does that start on Friday?
It starts at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Mhm.
Enough time to get off work and go over there
Yeah.
and then hang out. And
Vendor market opens up at 4, so there's already gonna be people set up. Gas pipe's gonna be there doing their thing. For those knows who know what Delta 8 is, it's gonna be on site.
Mm,
Yes.
Are they going to give out free samples like at Andrew's little festival he had? I forgot who handed those samples out. Thrive handed out a bunch of samples of Delta 8. Knocked me on my fucking ass.
It's good stuff. It's good diet weed. It's legal in Texas.
I wasn't ready.
So,
Any repeat bands from last year?
repeat once again. That would be Maestro Maya and Sunbuzz are coming back. Apu the Destroyer's coming back on day 2. Apu's fun.
Yeah, what's day 2? Read us day 2 and what time it starts.
Day 2 starts at 4 p.m.
Okay.
Just enough time to get into happy hour or come off of happy hour and go see Varga Loca, which is a instrumental jazz or acid jazz trio, and they have some rock in their mix with that jazz. They're pretty interesting, very musical, pure instrumental music, followed by another purely instrumental band called STEM Afternoon. They have more of a trip hop kind of sound, very atmospheric. And then
Where are they? I don't even see them on here.
STEM Afternoon.
Yeah, on the poster.
It should be there.
Yeah, I don't see, or at least the version of the poster I pulled up.
Might be the old version. And then following STEM Afternoon would be Apuk the Destroyer. Really great band, kind of like Pink Floyd, lots of storytelling vibes. Then an industrial, kind of post-industrial electronic act called Little Beards out of Denton. Really interesting stuff. And then after them, I'm really excited about this. Lost Art Legacy. Lost Art Legacy is a conscious hip hop duo, and they have these crazy drums with like animal furs on them, like kind of tribal drums that they play in between the.
That's not very PETA.
Yes, it's very
PETA will hate that.
very tribal. Sorry for the animals. And then they play these like rhythmic patterns and kind of like percussion pieces in between their rapping. It's great, and I'm actually trying to get a beatboxing sensation involved with them this year. So just waiting for that to line up.
You know who's available? Hold on, let me find his name. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll pull you up a good beatboxer. that's looking for work.
Fat Boys.
No.
And then after them is my band. My band's called Space Poets.
And we'll get into those here in just a
Space
second. That whole
Poets.
thing. Tezonde.
Tezonde.
Yeah, you need to reach out to him. He's
Okay.
he's pretty amazing. He did this song a few years ago. I hope this gets in everybody's head and makes them completely insane.
Yeah.
Some stay dry and others feel the pain.
Chocolate rain.
Didn't we jam this all night one night a few years
Chocolate
ago?
rain. You know, he moves his mouth away from the mic to breathe in. Anyway,
Wow, that's some Electro Caribbean
Yeah.
Bossa Nova vibes.
chocolate rain. I wonder what they're having this dude.
Nice.
Chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain.
It's already stuck in my head. I cannot hear it.
Oh, it will be.
Did you like my second team name?
What was it?
Bahrain and Men.
Yeah. Bahrain and Men is pretty awesome. All right.
Yeah, well, after Lost Art Legacy is my band Space Poets. After my band is Secrecies. They're actually coming back from last year as well.
Are they headlining?
Oh, no.
Saturday night?
Are they going to play Chocolate Rain?
I can request.
I think you
I
should.
will request.
I'm going to request every band to
Yes.
put together a version of Chocolate Rain. Just a little bit, just 30-second clip.
Yeah,
all we need.
it's just good catharsis. Just for
In their
soul.
style.
Yeah,
in every
yeah.
band's style. It'd be good. Just
You need to play Thomas after you play the Chocolate Rain drop. Just once. Sorry to interrupt again,
Okay.
but
That's
just
okay.
do it once.
Wait.
Like
I-
right now.
So
Because
already
I'll forget this.
Already
Do the Chocolate
closed
Rain.
it. Already
Oh,
closed it.
Damn it.
Okay. I see what you're doing. I gotta think about how to do this here. All right, go
But
ahead.
you want to.
I want to.
So we got Secrecies and then Only Ever. Only Ever is another post rock band. Remember Driving Slow Motion
Mhm.
from last year? They're kind of in that wheelhouse. Really
Instrumental.
really instrumental, talented as all get out. And
Driving Slow Motion's badass.
Yes.
I still got to get out there and see them.
So sad that they're taking a hiatus this year.
Yeah.
But they will be back. They will be back.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, you missed your chance. You'll never get to see 'em.
Shit.
And then headlining on day 2 is Lorelei K. Lorelei K. Is,
Oh, yeah.
at the
Oh, we know
Damn.
about that
Oh,
band.
damn.
Damn.
Denton, yeah, Denton.
Their keyboardist sucks.
Jerk.
Michael's not gonna appreciate that.
You're wearing his damn
Hey,
shirt
did you
too.
see him post at that fucking flyer shop on the corner at Fry?
Yeah, they're closing. I
Dude.
was kind of pissed.
You know how many fucking bands I've printed
All
flyers
sorts of
for
flyers
at
out of
that
there.
place?
Yeah.
It was like you knew it was going to happen at some point.
Nah, Briggs is fun. Briggs is a good guy.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
like
great.
him.
It's fun.
Great
Yeah, we
people.
like him.
Great people. All he talks about is food, coffee, his
Yeah,
music,
and
his
cats.
legit.
Food, coffee, and 9 Inch Nails.
No, we've had some intense discussions about music.
and
with him.
Ramstein.
Yeah.
We've
Every
gone on
once in a
some
while,
pretty
he'll
good-
stray from the feline coffee,
Yeah.
food bender.
He's great. He's great. All
He'll
around.
start talking to you about, the economy and stuff.
He's a good dude.
Produced our upcoming album, Volume 1 by Space Poets. It's all. We were in the capable hands of Michael Briggs, taking direction and making ourselves better in the studio. So big shout out to him because we really appreciate that guy, and Lorelei K. Badasses, all of them for signing up for this. So I don't know if
One of them's got to cover Chocolate Rain.
I'm gonna actually email Briggs right now
Say
and go.
Chocolate Rain has to happen now.
Can you and Lorelai please do Chocolate Rain?
Yeah.
yes.
Please.
Oh, that would be air synth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm
Mhm.
supposed to find one for him. I think still.
What,
I
a
have-
theorem?
No, I have an air synth around here. It's the
A Thurman?
opposite one of what he has.
What is
And I was
a
like, if
theorem?
I ever find that, you can have it. I don't know. It's somewhere. It's probably up in all the tour gear upstairs.
So, I mean, this is kind of his secret recipe for Lorelei K, but I can break it down to it's an air synth that operates via proximity, magnetic field. You like hover your hand
Mhm.
over, and then he has that hooked through a DAW and pitched in the software.
That's so
Yep.
satanic. Bunch of witchcraft.
You remember
just
the
like
thing? You remember the thing that used to be on my keyboard stand? The purple thing that sat up there that I used to do all my hand shit with when I was playing keyboards.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. His
Yeah.
is, I think his is the orange one. Mine's the purple one, and they both do different things. But yeah,
Yeah, really, really innovative. Really innovative. Really, really cool.
Sounds
Mm.
like New World Order.
I wish they would have kept making those air synths. They were freaking cool. They were really really
Yeah.
cool. And they had the drum machine set up to where your center was a drum, and then each of the four corners around it were different drums, so you could sit there and play drums with
Play
your hands
Chocolate
in
Rain?
the air. And I'd sit there and go do 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 do
Chocolate
do chocolate
rain.
rain. Yeah. So. Yeah, no, that's badass. Is it just Friday, Saturday now?
Yeah, they cut our third day, but I mean,
Meow.
honestly, kind of relieved because 3
Oh.
days was a marathon,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I try to
you're
just
getting
wrap
ragged.
it up in one.
it's a lot of cocaine to go through all 3 days.
Yeah, I was going through mushrooms and the free booze that they had, and couldn't find any cocaine,
Oh.
which is
You didn't ask hard enough. It is Fort Worth.
yeah.
I mean,
but yeah, at the end of that, at the end of that, I was out of my mind. I was
Like-
out of my mind.
like how you gave in.
What? No, hey, I'm just nodding and agreeing with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Uh,
chocolate rage.
Chocolate rain.
That's what I was talking about.
Chocolate rain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be a fun 2 days. Is your vendors? You got them all lined up? You got everybody? Are all the spots full? There's a lot of room to.
Do you got more help
Build
this
out
year,
there.
or
So you know how big the backyard or the rear area of Lola's is. We
Right.
can fill that whole thing. We tentatively can have like 30 vendors a day.
Do you have 30 vendors for? everything?
Absolutely not.
Are you
So,
still looking for some?
Still looking for some.
We can spread the word. We can get that out.
Oh yes, please. And if you want more information, it's you can email us at psychedelicpantherfest@gmail.com.
Are you discussing vendor fees
Sure.
publicly,
Yeah,
or do you want them to email you to find out?
Oh no, I actually post about the fees. Like the first thing I do, I'm just like straight up, that way, either you want in and you want to pay the booth fee, or you don't. And
I'll give you $20 for a booth, and
It's actu-
I'll sell the photos out there, my photo stuff.
It's actually 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that for both days
No.
or one?
50 per day per 10 by 10 booth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
not bad.
I was giving a discount until March 1st, but yeah, it's no longer March 1st, so it's 50. I mean, if you
I'll give you 30. Just fucking
if
with
you'd like
that.
to cover the event, I would give you the booth for free.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. We'll do some talking. I'm just fucking with you. But we'll do some talking away from the microphones. But that's
Yeah.
$50 is not bad,
It's really not.
especially for
Our average
going around
sales
us there.
last year per booth was $600 per booth.
That's pretty.
Oh,
good.
nice.
So you made back your booth
it's
fee
very good.
Oh, very good.
12
Very,
times
very
over.
good.
You know what I mean? It's a good opportunity for anybody that is confident and that knows to have a good product, because there's a sea of people walking through your area at all times. So, it's good. It's good business.
What do you
Matt
think-
was going to do a massage booth
Yeah, I can still do that probably.
that was half massage, half kissing booth,
Yeah,
and
a voyeur. What are
little
your
boy.
views on voying?
Voying
Yeah, voying.
this is
Voyeurism.
is like watching people have sex.
Yes.
I,
Or how about people watching you?
yeah, I'm not a sayer.
Can
I'm a
I
doer.
voy you?
No, not at all.
Please, Dustin and I would like to voy you.
you're weird. God damn.
All right. On that note, no.
Chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain.
Yeah, man. So last year, did you make money? Did you come up in the black, or was it all in the red? I'm talking about you, not the vendors. It sounds like the vendors did really good.
The vendors did good. Everybody did good. I paid my performers. I paid them what they're worth. So
You have a look to you like, I didn't get what I wanted.
first year wasn't even about me. First year was about execution.
Yeah, just getting it
You got to
done.
work all the
Mhm.
all the crap out and see if this is actually going to
Mhm.
work, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
did. You had people there. It was good.
I was relieved that it
Went both
worked.
days. It's great. Yeah, it's fun.
So relieved, and everybody did well. I came a little bit on top.
Whoa.
I paid the weekly $600 for advertising, which I'm not doing this year. Sorry, Johnny and Tony. I know you're listening, but it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
Not paying for advertising like that. This
You
year.
could probably get some money from the Basses if you reached out to
Especially
them.
after this show.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, you could probably get some of that 10.8 billion.
We could just say like, hey, you know, all those things can be taken back if you will just sponsor our event.
Well, hey, this is the thing. Matt and I've always said we'll take hush money. We're not if it's good enough, you just show up with a briefcase full of cash.
You know, in this economy,
We'll
hush
sell out
money
and take
is-
hush money.
Or
Come
guns.
Yeah.
on. Well, but no one's taking us up on that. I mean, we get
Yeah.
weekly donations.
Do
Speaking of
we?
which, this show is brought to you by
You need to talk
Jeremy
to
Perez.
the people that listen to us
Producer
about the
show.
value for value system because we need help.
Yeah, we're fixing to
We're
have to
struggling.
we're fixing to have to renew everything, and
Mm-hmm.
with the way things have gone,
Donations have been down severely.
we may not come back. We may not make it through our 11th year. 10 years may be it.
Chocolate rain.
Uh-oh.
We may have. We got to pay for Tay Zonde to play the 10-year anniversary party.
That's exactly right, man.
Tay's on
Exactly
I
right.
wonder what Tay Zonde's fee is.
No, it's more
The
than
ticket
ours.
got him.
It's more than ours.
Can Tay's on the headline in front of the burning panther?
Yes,
Oh,
as long as we
yes,
can burn
that's-
him too.
That's yes.
Well,
Pyrotechnics. We'll call it pyrotechnics. Pyrotechnics. Yeah, no, but yeah, the last year's goal is just execution. You know, it's just to see if I could actually do it right.
get your
Wait.
feet wet.
Yeah, which I did. You know, very, very not soberly. You know, either. You know, so
If you're trying to make money, then I'd stay sober. That's just
Yeah,
my personal advice to, and I've been around a lot of bars, a lot of venues, a lot of business people,
a lot of
owners and stuff,
alcohol.
a lot of alcohol, and usually the dumbest shit that you end up saying business wise,
Yeah.
generally
Or
you've
doing.
had a few pops.
yeah, or losing money. Yeah,
Right. It's like when if we're gonna be trying to make money, that's why I'm never sober here.
That guy makes
Just kidding.
$5,000 to $10,000 a gig
Wow, man.
to sing "Chocolate Rain."
wow.
Chocolate rain. We should do it.
But he did that cherry
We'd probably get
vanilla
sued, though,
Dr.
wouldn't we?
Pepper commercial too.
I am in the wrong profession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a shitty song that goes viral and becomes everybody just
Or start a Guns N' Roses cover band.
All you need,
I mean,
all you need is one. All you need is one.
or Bon
chocolate rain.
Jovi.
yeah.
Make a bunch of money. Beastie Boys, you make a lot of money if you do a
Fucking
Beastie
Bon
Boys.
Jovi.
If you do a Beastie Boys cover band, ooh, they get chocolate rain.
Need cash.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
excited about this
Yeah,
year,
me
man.
too.
It's
what's the
looks like
date
it's,
again, y'all?
April 7th and
April 7th.
and 8th.
Is that
And is that
Easter?
Shabbos?
Shabbos? Is that Easter?
It's Easter. Yeah.
It
Is
is
it,
Easter, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Festivus for the rest of us?
Oh man.
Quit.
You know why I pick Easter? Because it's way the fuck away from.
So that's Good Friday.
From
Chill.
it's way the fuck away from Arts Goggle and you know all that near South Side bullshit. You know, like the
Uh-oh.
South Side spillover. Like, okay, you guys do your thing. I'm gonna do my thing on Easter when everybody.
It's a good time to talk about mass,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have
The
modeled your
new
life.
mass.
You've modeled your life under the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, but I don't know if he's gonna want a bunch of psychedelics leading into the day of his rebirth.
I don't know, man. Maybe like the real like ethnic, crazy Jesus that saw visions and performed miracles.
You know
and
what
saw psychedelics.
sucks?
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
when Johnson and I were doing Stroll, every single time, every spring, freaking Pump Jack came into town and played on Good Friday or on Saturday night and just ruined my freaking complete weekend of Christianity. Like that's the
That's what
only
ruined
time
it?
that's the only time that a Southern Baptist mom will ask you to go to church is on Easter.
Really?
And man, I fought through some stuff, and
Can you
because
dance?
of time, do what?
Can you dance?
I think they can. I don't know.
Mm,
I
okay.
did. I
Okay.
danced all the time.
Just wondering.
I think that's the independent Baptist that, like you talking about the Footloose kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that's independent Baptist that had a reputation for that.
What Baptists have basketball players that rape people?
It's
It's a
what?
college, man.
As what
That's
was
not
that?
Southern Baptist.
SMU, right? No. Oh,
No, that's Baylor.
TCU.
Shout out to the Baylor Bears down in Waco.
All right.
I was just wondering what type of Baptist that was down there.
But if you think,
they
You know, all
can't
the
dance.
recruiters at TCU, like out and SMU and UNT are just going, yeah, thank you, Dustin.
I know. We're doing it for TCU.
Yeah, TCU,
obviously,
We
yeah.
believe
UNT,
purple.
TCU, man.
Yeah, that whole section of Fort Worth is a frat party.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you think about it, I mean, you know, Easter weekend, right? If you don't celebrate Easter, if you're not going to be with your family, hearing about the Lord or looking for disgusting little
Is he doing a podcast?
marshmallow birds and eggs,
Peeps?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
The
I'm
cinnamon
bringing a
peeps, the hot
psychedelic.
tamales peeps,
Oh,
are
no.
delicious though.
Are you gonna bring those?
I'm bringing a pallet of peeps.
Oh, damn.
Hey, all joking
That
aside,
is the worst. You know you can
no,
burn
no,
those.
no,
Like,
no.
those
Hey,
are good
hey,
for
y'all gotta look for
campfires and
y'all
stuff
gotta
like
look
that.
for the hot
Oh.
tamale peeps. They're
Let's-
freaking delicious.
Let's burn the panther with those. Let's make a panther out of those.
Out
Let's-
of peeps.
out of
Unless
mash
it's
them
the
together.
hot tamale peeps, then you could
Make
put those to
a
the side, and
panther.
we eat those later.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are
Hot
delicious.
small peeps from Matt.
Peeps are disgusting.
Yes.
They're terrible.
Yeah, but if we can make a whole panther out of them, just mash them together and just like burn the whole thing as like a pagan ode to like psychedelic panther, that'd be cool. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds fun.
Yeah, but if you have nothing to do, with your family on Easter, and you want to come to Psychedelic Panther, that's an escape and a refuge for all the outcasts and
All the heathens.
all the heathens, all the pagans.
Yeah.
I think Fort Worth needs its own Bohemian Grove type thing, to where instead of it's a giant owl effigy you sacrifice things to, you do it to a panther.
We'll call Alex
Like
Jones right now. See
Yeah.
if he'll
And
cover
we'll
it.
have Alex Jones
Come
come
cover
and
it.
make a big deal about it. We'll have
Fort
all the
Worth?
Fort Worth elites there.
I will eat you. What is it? I will eat your ass.
Hold on.
I will eat my
Yeah.
neighbors. I will eat your ass. Fuck you.
Gosh, man, so brutal, dude. Fucking calm down.
Yep. Yep.
Not
No, I'm sorry. Sorry,
Uh-oh.
I didn't mean to do that. Well, to jump from one festival to another,
Will it jump?
this is not a competing festival, but I wanted to ask Matt about this, and you can chime in too.
Okay.
And just shit all over these
We
bands
will
if you
allow it.
want. We'll allow you to.
Oh, fantastic!
This is September 1st through 3rd. The Rocklahoma
Out.
lineup. Have you seen it?
I don't have to look at it, man. Go through it though.
I'm in.
Out.
100% in.
100% out.
Pantera.
Joe, you can go. In.
Rob Zombie, Limp Bizkit, Bush, Chevelle, Ministry, Code Orange, Asking Alexandria, Guar, Ginger, Skid Row,
Yeah, that sounds pretty good, man.
Warrant, LA Guns, Kicks. How's Warrant still doing it without Jenny Lane?
This is not your typical Rocklahoma
I
lineup.
right?
Yeah,
That's
something's-
why I brought
something's
this up.
changed here.
This
Now
is,
Godsmack is also there. I care less about them.
This is like 1998 hair
They're on
gel,
that
Theo
soundtrack.
and Jinkos.
Yeah.
Like that's it's like
Dude.
my junior high.
Oh, I forgot to tell
Yeah.
you last week I was coming up here and to the show.
You're missing my gold.
Wait, this is gold too. And coming up that street that goes is a pipeline that comes up and you turn it off like right there at the CVS and stuff. Sitting at the light, right?
Mhm.
Harley pulls up. They're not playing metal or anything, Zach Wild or any kind of country or anything like that or rap. You know how you see the brothers now are freaking come with the ape hangers like the
Yeah,
fucking
big,
big ass steering wheel and shit or handlebars
Yeah.
and be cranking rap or R&B sometimes. Nope. This was a type of or like a rhythm pattern of like hip hop type stuff. But there was metal and stuff and rock and kind of weird stuff and then I looked at the guy's patch. He was not a motorcycle gang.
He's
He
just
was a
rider.
juggalo. And he had a juggalo patch.
It was a
ICP.
juggalo on a bike.
With a girl on back with a juggalo patch. With a Harley Davidson ride with a juggalo sticker. And I was like, that guy is fucking cool.
And he's from Watauga.
Hey, baby, you heard that new Slipknot yet?
So here's
He's
the
either
one.
from Watauga or Arlington.
Does he have a corn tattoo?
Maybe.
They absolutely have to have a corn tattoo.
Here's the one that pushed it over the top for me, though, where I was like, those are a lot of good bands that I'd like to see.
I like Slipknot.
I'd like to see Skid Row. I'd like to see Warrant and LA Guns and Kicks and Filter Fuel.
Sounds good, man.
Filter.
I like it.
But the one that
I'm
pushed
in.
me over, the fucking Bullet Boys are playing.
Smooth opinion.
The Bullet Boys.
Heck yeah, dude. I'm in. That's
in.
the one that sold
Let's
it.
go. Yeah.
Full on. I might get a camping spot.
Hosted by our buddy Eddie Trunk.
Is that a descriptive name?
And you.
What kind of trunk we talking about? Dumping bodies in the trunk?
I think he's talking about the thing.
Tree trunk.
Tree trunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or we just go to the Rock Island Fest in January. Oh, did it already happen? We missed Loverboy and Styx and Slaughter and Extreme.
Wow, 1982.
Was Loverboy Hard Seltzers supporting Loverboy the band?
I think so. Enough's Enough.
They're the ones that did Why Do You Think They Call It's Dope, right? Or call this dope?
1982, Men with Perms.
I'm actually going to put in for press credentials for Rocklahoma.
Hey, question. You guys doing
I
Twitter?
Want to go.
You guys do Twitter?
Yeah.
I jumped back on recently.
Yeah, Mom's back. What's her name? Kinky Mom. She's back.
Well, then I'm back.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's
All
back.
right. Did you guys happen to see that guy that did the thread of all the presidents with mullets and like action figure painting or like comic book looking post?
You'll
He
have
did
to
one for
find it
each
there.
president.
And they put all the presidents in mullets.
Yes.
Is it
Joe
awesome?
Biden. Joe Biden looks like a bad motherfucker.
I'd probably be more into him if he had a mullet.
Dude, when you go through all the pictures, you'd be like, man, I kind of like that guy more now because of I see how he would be
He
if
just
he had a
seems-
sweet-ass mullet.
He just seems more honest.
Yeah.
With the mullet.
It's really cool. I recommend you look it up. I wish I knew the artist's name.
It would be great if you found
Document
it and
stuff?
sent it over to us.
Oh, you mean show prep?
And not a bunch of
Trying to
propaganda from China that's all about women being bent over. That was weird. I don't know what that was.
I can explain it to you. Remember when they first put into place the child limit? That was the communist, like the communist people of China. What is it? The CCP. That was when they first put that in. Yeah.
Have you watched Clunk
No.
on Netflix?
No. Is that what you were telling me about?
That lady from Britain?
Yeah.
Yeah. The World According to Clunk or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. No, I haven't watched
And
it.
she talks about Russia where it was or also known as
She slurs everything like she's always.
it's funny. I mean, it's so out of control funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rocklahoma
in.
looks pretty good. And real quick, there's 2 shows this weekend that are a must. A must. And if you're listening to me, this is must. You're listening? You paying attention? Friday night,
Yeah.
Van Dam and Hess,
Where?
Lola's.
In.
100% in.
That show's gonna be gnarly.
It's gonna be fun. And
Hope it's good
Casey's a
weather.
badass.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Casey Hess is, just what'd you say in the Tool thing? If you've
Just
never,
go kill yourself.
Yeah, if you
We just did it a while ago
Oh,
for
yeah, you did
Laura, the Denton artist, Laura L.K.
Yeah.
Would Casey be down for Psychedelic Panther?
What do you mean to come down and hang out?
To play.
You can
talk to
try.
him.
Yeah.
You
These
ever heard
guys-
of a band called Dusu?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fronted Dusu.
Try, man.
So yeah.
That'd be a big addition to your festival.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it's gonna be an awesome show. And then
I would try Van Dam too. Van Dam would play it. Yeah. Those guys are good guys.
I was wondering where you were gonna go.
We partied a lot.
They like to
Yeah.
party. Okay.
Yeah, they like
This
to
is
party.
Van Dam's premiere in Fort Worth. I'm
Yeah.
excited about it.
Yeah. Kenny
Our Lita
Powers I
buddies.
heard showing up.
Our Lita buddies in Van Dam.
Do they
I
all?
hope
do,
I can see them Thursday.
do they all do the splits? Why they call themselves Van Dam? just because they
You just gotta
respect
go see him.
mad
You
respect
gotta
for
see it.
it.
It's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a great name. They're awesome. They've been in here.
Cool.
Our buddies in Van Dam. And then the Plum Boys, Fort Worth's own the Plum Boys, are at
Plum Boys.
Tannehill's on Saturday. And I had them pulled up earlier. If you aren't familiar, I don't know if I. My history is nothing but chocolate rain now.
Thomas
sorts of-
remembers. Thomas remembers Van Dam. Matt Thomas remembers.
Does he?
Yeah,
Van Dam?
yeah, he knows Van Dam.
Was he? How does he remember him?
Didn't we see one of those when we went to that camera store in New York City?
Yeah, that was them.
Yeah.
That was Van Dam.
Where is their shit?
You know what I want to do?
Pulled up?
I want to go out to eat with Van Dam. That's what I'm talking about. You see their social media feed, the stuff Nick makes, the stuff all of them make. Man, everything
Yeah.
they do looks. They are fine. They're the Renaissance men. All of them. They're all Renaissance men.
So if you don't know who the Plum Boys are, they're on Amplify 817.
And the Plum Boys.
That's what we talked about last week. They're at Tannehill's this weekend on Saturday. Here's your little jam. You know, we'll go up there, we'll rock out, we'll have some fun.
Like it.
Hey, sorry, you just missed me. But I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Bye for now.
There she's good.
Sounds good.
It's funky.
It's fun. It's dancing. It's good times. It's not everything has to be about death and evil
Sure, very true.
and setting panthers on fire that are made of peeps.
I like it.
So it'll be a fun, interesting evening at the old Tannehill's, my new favorite venue in Fort Worth.
Man, yeah, dude.
And they-
What do you get? Did the chef offer you a cash money deal or something? You've done a 180.
Tim Love handed me
You've gotten off the sick.
a briefcase, which I
Instead
said I'm not
of
ashamed to
bunch of
take
guts.
here. Here you go, briefcase full of guts.
So Tannehill's, are they booking local artists too then?
Yes,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
because they have a stage out front too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a stage in the back, stage in the front, in the little hangout area, bar
That's
area,
right, the
drink area.
lounge.
Yeah,
They have
the
poker
lounge
in the
area.
front or
No.
poker in the back.
I want to know where. The one thing I want to know that I don't know, and
That I do know.
that I do know, and
That,
do you
that
want
we
to
all
know?
that we're going to tell you, so
That
you're
we're
going
going
to
to
know.
tell you and internet. Where do the touring bands park their buses there? I have no idea.
I don't know. That would suck to valet that shit, wouldn't it?
I don't
The-
know.
the valet guy. Can you imagine that?
The back area goes along
You
that
probably get a
river
shitty
walk.
tip
Yeah.
too.
So I don't know where they put their buses.
Maybe they, I don't know, drive it down to the rail. Leave it there. Take an Uber.
All the way across town.
Yeah, they want to see.
I mean,
Some
maybe they
bands.
use the where Billy Bob's parks all their buses. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Up that one alleyway that's closed off.
Maybe it's
I don't know.
it's like a transport service. They'll like park the bus somewhere and they'll send like
Yeah.
vans to retrieve all the gear and the people.
Maybe
Kinda-
so. Go kart or golf carts. You
they'll-
get golf cart shit in there.
Or they'll
Yeah.
shuttle them in. You know, yeah.
I need to figure out some logistics on that place, and I'm gonna find them out either this show or next.
So whatever you do at this next show, don't hire the Hell's Angels to do your security. That's another hint or
Yeah.
something. Some advice that I think
You
you
know,
should probably.
The Rolling
listen
Stones
Like,
tried to
don't
do
worry
that,
about
and
that.
people died.
Yeah,
This is,
don't hire a bike gang to do your security.
this
It
is
never pans out well.
Mongol territory anyway, right? I
Right?
understand,
Yeah, and those guys, they they party.
Is
Yeah,
this
they
Mongol
party.
territory?
I think it's
Is it-
all
did they take it
something we
over?
shouldn't talk about, honestly.
I really don't know, and I'm very intrigued.
I don't
I'd
want to
like
be
get-
driving home and some, hey, pull
You."
over.
They wouldn't do that. You'd just be do 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 do.
Yeah, man, hey, I've had a good time with them, all of them. So
I've seen Sons
I
of
played the
Anarchy.
fifth.
I know how it
Yeah.
goes. I've ridden through this world all alone.
I'll go to Ireland right now and find my baby boy.
Riding through this world all alone. Anyway, anything else you want to throw out there? Let's talk about this space poets real quick.
Space Poets,
The
mine.
rock band.
Yeah. ambient, atmospheric indie rock from the future.
But
That's-
you're writing it now in the present,
Yeah.
Yeah, but a future version of me is also writing.
and the
simultaneously.
stuff you've recorded is in the past now.
That's true, but there's
So you exist on all planes.
yeah, there's still stuff in the studio that's being produced that's in the future to come our way,
There you go. Okay.
A lot of time travel.
and that's our first volume as Space Boats. Volume 1 has
Who did all the art?
an AI actually.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Because it's really cool. That-
Familiar.
the shit's really, really cool. That album cover, if that's what you're going to roll with,
Yeah.
is really neat.
thank you.
I
Yeah,
dig the shit out of it. So
it's my friend Jack who has a he messes around with AI. He's really good at prompting it to do different things, and so he's kind of an artist in that way, you know. So big shout out to my friend Jack from high school, who is a huge nerd and a good friend for doing that album art for us. He has a little company called Neurochroma. You can check him out on Instagram and Facebook, and he has an Etsy store if you like any of his works.
I'm gonna check it out on that on the IG right now, man. Hang on. Say that again.
Neurochroma.
This is a neurato massage. It's like an oil massage or something. Neuros.
Neuro
massage,
like neuron or
Can
like
you spell that again?
Neuro. Then chroma like chromatic CHROMA.
Gotcha. Nice. I'm already following them.
And he has a whole mess of like just works that you can purchase.
Oh, those are cool, man.
Yeah, and that's what he does on his free time. That's literally it. Him nerding out, playing video games, and doing that. You know, and he's actually making a really strong business out of it. You know, so check him out. Yeah, but I mean, good friend Jack did the album cover through AI. AI is just another way that we're adapting the future. You know,
we
like
have
looking ahead.
we have an
a,
announcement coming down.
Like a anime Blade Runner look to
Yeah.
his stuff.
He's really cool. He did
Matt and
our-
I have an AI announcement that's going to be coming soon. It's
Nice.
not just doing the AI for the intro and taking our friends and making them say weird things. Yeah, we have something coming down here soon
Nice.
that we've been playing with for a while, and it's kind of rad. I think it's kind of rad
Like
to
an-
go in this route.
AI co-host maybe.
No,
I thought about my mind has gone nuts since this whole new technological leap that has happened the last few months. Like the other day when we were talking about technically you could have a podcast that interviews the podcast.
yeah, you interview yourself.
We've gotten
And
to
how
that point
confusing
now.
would that be?
Like if you have ill feelings towards another podcast, all of a sudden you're like, man, did y'all hear the Jerry Jonestown, that racist show? But they just dropped like 65 N-bombs and then went down the list. Like, it's kind of scary.
Well,
if you
that's
think
what
about
I'm
it.
going to say. I'm going to blame the whole Fourth
Yeah.
Root show as being a AI show,
Right.
and that Andrew
I thought we
programmed all
already did.
that.
That's why I was saying it's no big
Yeah.
deal. We were like, hey, man, this is all AI. But seriously, if you think about all that AI is going to be intertwined with media across the board and propaganda, it's pretty big task mentally to wrap your arms around that. You know?
If they can make an AI with a personality, like an Alexa Home or Google Home with a personality, they can just like
See, Alexa's
Give you-
already tired of me. She's already kicked me out.
give you straight facts. You know.
Here's
she's a-
here's
You
a
can leave,
Yeah.
Stubbs. The
Look.
way out the door.
here's a live one. I'm going to do it live right now. I'm fucking it. I'm doing it live. Here's Matt Thomas saying a very popular quote from CeCe Ramone. It's going to be like this
On
on
the Jerry
Jonestown Massacre.
Jonestown
it helps if I turn it up where
Massacre.
you can hear it. So I'm doing it live. Here we go.
I could be a cult leader. I could get people to follow me.
Sounds weird.
Does. Sounds like coffee, Matt. Like after he's had a couple of cups of coffee and a few cigarettes.
And
Did
then
I play it again?
you know our buddy Jeff.
His is good.
I could be a cult leader. I could get people to follow me.
And then there's Andrew.
Can you get them all to say it at once?
No.
Oh, damn.
And you do
Have
it
a
like
I could be a cult leader. I could get people to follow me.
Whoa, Andrew.
Yeah. So I can
Go ahead and AI David Koresh while you're doing it, and let's get him to put a shout out next week to our. That's dark. That's what I'm saying. It's endless opportunities. I feel like
He can't sue me.
I feel like what's that show with Leonardo DiCaprio where he's the entrepreneur, science or the tech guy, that engineer guy, Hemingway. What's that? Anyway, The Wave of the Future. Like that, it sends me into this weird tick. Like I can't think about AI because it freaks me the fuck out. Like everybody should be freaked out by this. I feel like.
How about
and
Javier?
No one is.
How about Javier?
Because none of them have seen Terminator.
I could be a cult leader. I could get people to follow me.
See, it's just, yeah.
Can you do that with my voice too?
Yeah, we can do it with whatever we want.
You got to give me
these
about.
days.
You got to give me about 10 or
How
20
about
minutes.
Biden? You messed with him any?
No. No.
Yeah, with deep
It would make.
and
He would.
other stuff.
He would send it.
It'd break
It'd
it.
break
Like,
it.
Thomas broke it. Inputting Thomas in here, and I don't know if he's
It
in the
did put a
chat room,
strain on it.
It broke the machine.
we
like,
had to work
it
that
doesn't
for a
know what to do. The whole Yoda quote at the beginning of the show is Matt Thomas, and it kind of broke the machine. Like it was
I
like,
think
I don't.
so
I'm trying to figure
far
this out.
the best is Andrew and the Lord, Jeffrey Lord. Man, that sounded just like him. Like it got his cadence down. Everything about him is in there, and it I could be fooled by that.
Let's see here.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Perfect.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
Oh, good Lord.
Well, guys, I got to go to the bathroom.
I want to get Jeff to say this. So
This goes on forever. You know, what I'm going to do is take all the local podcasts and I'm going to put the whole script of Blazing Saddles to eat, like all the, like have the podcast recite the Blazing Saddles script. That's what I'm going to do.
It's generating. Why is it taking
So you're a full-blown lesbian.
Whoa! What was that last word he was about to say?
Whoa.
Oh, God.
Was that Seth back in the day?
That was Seth doing
But
it.
Jeff
Where's
doing
Jeff
Seth.
doing it today. Where's Jeff?
You need to find
Or where's Seth?
That's
I
what you
don't
should do is freak out Seth and be like, when did you say this on our show?
Put a bunch of Seth stuff in here.
So you're a full-blown lesbian.
So you're a full-blown lesbian.
His sounds weird. His sounds like it's going to a weird place. Like Jeffrey Lords doesn't sound.
You gotta go to a
right.
different
play,
country.
Play the ABM again.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Where'd I see
Exactly.
it?
So you're a full-blown lesbian.
He kind of does that. That's okay. That's just Seth being Seth.
So
But then-
you're a full-blown lesbian.
What are you about to say, Jeff? What?
Lesbian. It is kind of weird. Like,
And
it-
Jeff
it
just-
is funny.
Don't say it, Jeff. Don't say it.
Yeah.
We prefer you not say
Let's
that.
see here. How about this? Should I do one that goes like this?
I want to watch you blow your load later.
Dude, Thomas. That's got to be Thomas. And Jeff.
Oh.
Oh, Thomas, you make me so horny.
All right.
Talk to me dirty.
Here we go. Here comes
Talk to me
Thomas.
dirty Thomas.
I want to watch you blow your load later.
All right.
Oh,
That's the
God.
That was
creepiest
predatorial.
thing. That was-
Play it again.
Oh my
I
God.
feel
That's
creepy. I
creepy.
feel creepy.
I want to watch you blow your load later.
I want to watch you blow your load later.
I feel
I
violent.
like, I like how he kind of leans into a moan. I
wanna watch you blow your load later.
Do it again. Do it again. Poor
I want
Thomas.
to watch you blow your load later.
No.
All right, we got to do Lord.
You know which one we need to do with Thomas.
Which one?
You can't fill in.
Wait,
You
I,
need
no,
to
no,
fill
I
in.
want to hear. I want to hear Jeffrey Lord say that one though.
Oh.
I'd like to hear him talk about my load.
All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Generate.
I want to watch you blow your load later.
Why did it do that?
He just has inflection.
Hold on.
He like turns into a millennial out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
Do it again.
I'm reading. Okay, let me download that one because it's funny.
I want to watch you blow your load later.
Let me
Like, I
regenerate.
don't know,
I'm
is
I
this a
want to watch
question?
you blow your load later.
There you go.
Oh, wait.
Question
Okay,
mark?
Question mark. And then Andrew.
Yeah.
I want to watch you blow your load later.
The one I need with Thomas, you need to fill. Phil.
All right, I'll do some fill here.
You can do
So
some
fill here.
filler.
Yeah. Yep. So the name of the festival again is the Psychedelic Panther.
Psychedelic Panther.
Second year, right?
Second year. And second year running.
Same group of bands for the most part. A few different.
I'd say a handful. I'd say like 3/4 different.
Yeah.
Mostly same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want,
This is going to be a mostly peaceful riot, right?
Yeah. Mostly vibes. Mostly good vibes.
Good vibes.
Yeah. Mostly good vibes.
Yeah. No dumping. I don't know, man. I'm losing. I'm starting to lose gas here.
Are you
No
ready?
dumping
No taking
porta
a dump.
potties or anything like that.
No
man,
taking a
right?
dump in public and on the ground.
And no sexual harassing people.
No, definitely no.
Yeah. All right. Back to you, Dustin.
If you ever bully another kid again, I'll come back and butt fuck your father with your mother's headless corpse on this goddamn lawn.
Oh, he's so cocky. That is Matt Thomas about to kill you. Like he's gonna shoot you in the. He's about to shoot you in the face.
all
That
these
was
things.
hardcore.
That
dude.
was Matt Thomas as
Fired up.
Colin Farrell in season 2 of True Detective.
Good gosh, man.
That
Thomas-
one is gold.
Yeah, I would hate to, I don't know, accidentally run into that man's yard, like with my back into his car or something. He comes out and says that to me.
Oh my God.
You think this is funny? How about this? I wonder if there's enough
Did I download that? You
audio of
motherfucker.
you and I doing fake Matt Thomas to get an
Try and
AI
relax your
fake
anus.
Thomas. What?
Huh? What? Do
I don't know. I gotta go to the bathroom then.
Try and
guys.
relax your anus.
Try and relax your anus. Did this save or not? You better have. Or I'm gonna give up the internet because that one was so gold. I better saved it. Come on, play.
If you ever bully another kid again, I'll come back and butt fuck your father with your mother's headless corpse on this goddamn lawn.
So terrible.
You can hear him hit that
goddamn
second gear. I'll come back.
See, that's what Joe Biden needs to say. Hey, China, listen here. China. And then he needs to say,
all your fathers. All 6
fun
billion
with
of them.
AI. It's almost like we have another member of the show now. We have the AI.
If you ever bully another kid again, I'll come back and butt fuck your father with your mother's headless corpse on this
Good God.
goddamn lawn.
If you ever bully another kid
Lawn.
again, I'll come back and butt fuck your father with your mother's headless corpse on this goddamn lawn.
I'll come back and butt fuck your father with your mom's headless corpse on this goddamn
And there's the
lawn.
original.
That's the original.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah, we got to stop with this. This is insane. Breaking news, real quick. I want to break in for you in the show.
Never good when this happens.
Disney has canceled Rogue Squadron, Patty Smith's or Patty, what's her name's Rogue Squadron movie, and Kevin Feige's movie that he was going to do, or Kevin Feige that does the Marvel universe.
Mhm.
He was going to do a Star Wars movie, and they have both been canceled.
Uh-oh.
Disney has shelved all their projects.
They're on the list.
Basically canceled.
They're on the list.
Which I was really excited about a Rogue Squadron movie because you need a good movie all in space combat and all sorts of crazy
that
cool
video
stuff
game is
happening.
badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the video game's badass. But yeah. So
No reasons why listed yet. Just that it's been canceled.
they
Can't
probably
sit
have
here.
all sorts
Closed.
of NDAs and all sorts of shit where they can't
Yeah.
even talk about it. But it'll come out in years. But fuck
Right now,
that.
closed.
Fuck that.
All right.
Fuck them. Fuck Disney.
Fuck you.
And rumor has it they're going to build a Disney here too. Again, everybody's
Oh, they're
running
doing
with that again.
Universal first, or right? Or is it?
Yeah, Universal's
then
first, but
Disney's
they're-
going to come in.
But they're going to build it up more towards Selena.
Nice.
We'll
That'll
see.
be cool.
We'll see.
They better do a Star Wars part.
They were going to build a Disney by Alliance at one time.
And
too,
they were going to
so-
do an indoor snowboard. Oh, I do have to tell you something about our training for mini golf. By the way, after the show concludes, which should be now because I got to take a piss.
Okay. Yeah. Joe, thanks for
Okay.
coming in.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you for
been
having
awesome,
me.
man.
It's a
We'll have
pleasure.
to do this again. We're looking forward to the festival coming up in April, the weekend of Easter.
Absolutely. Come
Don't
check-
make any other plans. Don't go to church.
Yeah.
Go to this instead.
Don't go to church. Don't help your kids look for eggs.
Yeah.
Come
And
check
if
us
you
out.
don't come to it, Joe will come and do something to your corpse on someone's lawn.
Yes.
With your
with peeps.
something. Yeah,
Yes.
peeps.
Yeah.
You'll
Big-
rip the head off of a peeps and
light it on fire and do bad things
on your lawn.
Yes. www.psychedelicpanther.com. Come check us out.
Tickets available now.
Yes.
All right, we're out of here. See you next week. Later, bye. Or next week. Bye. All right. Hi, chat room. How are y'all? Johnny says it's going to be a fun show. Which show is going to be a fun show? The Lola's one this weekend or Psychedelic Panther?
I don't know if he was talking about Van Damme or he was talking about.
They're fucking good. Van Damme's fun.
What-
It's
what-
good straight up
what-
rock, man. It's got
I figure with a name like Van Damme, they're more towards like 80s rock.
it's more modern rock. Moderate rock. Like you just
A forced amount of time that hurts within her eyes. She's got another guy.
Very Muse.
Essential training too.
Wow.
A forced amount of time hurts when he's alive.
James from Van Damme?
it's 3/4 dual.
Yeah.
Johnny, you're not coming on Friday? You need to come hang out, man. Miss seeing your face. All right, I'm ending the stream. Later.
See ya.